Guys, what is going on? Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. Once again, Ivan, thanks for becoming a member earlier today, man. I appreciate all you guys getting the memberships, man. You know what I'm saying? And guys, we have a good topic today, man. Okay. So guys, one of the things that we've talked about is the future for modern women. And guys, I'm going to drop the link in the Discord first, because we'll do the first 25 minutes for Discord members only, and then I'll open it up. Now, guys, you see, let me drop it in here. Let's see. Okay, so guys, we talk about the future of modern women, right? All these modern women, they chose to be out here being strong and independent, right? Breaking up with their husbands for no reason.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Right? But one thing that they don't think about is what's going to happen when they get older. You know? Guys, these desperate chicks, you know, they'll get got by some online scammer. Michael, what's up, dude? He says the favorite time of the week is Courtroom Madness. Facts, yep. Josh, what's up, man? John Carlos here. Tim Hicks is here. Reja is here. What's up, dude? Good to see you. As usual. Red Doors here. What's up, my friend? Waterstar, Captain Palsy, Steve. What's going on? Steve, how's it going, my friend? I appreciate you being here as usual. Where are we? There we are.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Look at that. Okay. This weird thing on StreamYard now. Okay, weird. Okay, so yeah, guys. And let's look at what a romance scam is. Here we go. Let's see. Where's one that isn't copyright here? Now, guys, we all know guys get caught up in these, right? Guys, this happens a lot to women, a lot. Especially older women, you know? This Tamron thing, this is copyright. Is this Catfish? What is this? Is this an MTV?
I love
TV show? I'm trying to figure out what's copyright and what's not. But okay, here we go. Here's an example.
To alone, more than $735 million. In 2022 alone, more than $735 million stolen from Americans by way of romance scams.
Hey, Henry, what's up, dude?
Hey, good evening.
Hey, man. Okay, what could possibly could anything on this God's green earth could any member of the opposite sex make you give them hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Absolutely not.
Come on, dude. You know, because guys, like this isn't even like it's a divorce. This is them. Duh, you need money. Duh, I give you money. Duh.
Simpery. Simpery.
Guys, this is happening to women more and more and more. More and more and more. And guys, and they think that we're supposed to feel bad for for him? And guys, you guys remember the whole Tinder swindler thing, right? Everyone was acting like he was Satan. What is he doing that these 304s haven't done to us men since time immemorial, right, guys?
Absolutely.
You know, I call the freaking the Tinder swindler the Zeus of Chads, right? He's the Hercules of city boys, you know? In this game, it's chump or be chumped, you know?
This is a staggering amount of money, $735 million. Crooks building trust with the victims, ultimately asking them for money, sometimes even wiping out their entire life savings.
Damn.
In the latest WJCL 22 News.
Isn't that funny, guys? How this whole narrative makes women victims but empowered at the same time. She was out there looking for love because she had been this amazing career woman and all this other stuff. But even though she made the decision to give the money away, she's a victim. Please.
Yeah, right.
What were you saying, Henry?
Yeah, you see it on their dating profiles now. That I don't want any scammers. You see it in their dating profiles.
Yep. You go to TikTok.
As if the scammer is going to identify himself.
Guys, go to my my playlist of post-wall women whining about divorce, or 50-year-old chicks whining about dating. No scammers, all these scammers, and then you look in their comments, and there's always some African dude like, hey, hello, beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know how beautiful you are?
And they fall for it.
You have aged like fine wine.
Yep, their ego gets them every time.
Oh no, dude! Look at that. Freaking African nug wants to freaking take all that money, dude.
Investigation, Andy Cole uncovered the ultimate fall from grace.
That's right. A woman's life turned upside down by scammers after she gave them more than $1 million.
$1 million. And guys, Henry, cook with me, dude. Hold on. Where are we here? Where are we? Where is? Hold on. I lost my sound effect here. Hold on.
Who's giving a stranger any money?
Guys, this is the year, gentlemen. We will not give these 304s our money. We will not give money to OF or chicks who want to go out on dates or any of this foolishness, guys. We will not let it happen. So say we all. So say we all.
Here. Bravo.
Guys, can you imagine? Guys, Doug MPA is my twin brother. I'm not giving him $1 million. We share the same DNA, and I'm not giving him $1 million. What are you talking about?
Who's giving any strangers on the?
That's what I'm saying.
God,
look at that. Richard Brown, what's up, dude? Who did I miss? Blake A, what's up, man? Incredible Shrinking, what's up, man? Dragons here. Who am I missing here? Good to see you guys. And guys, thanks for all you guys who were on the live earlier today, man. You know? The Ponytail Patrol, man, they will not stop until you are dead, you know? Absolutely insane. And they still want to get paid as much as the men. Absolutely insane. And did you see there's certain jurisdictions that we want 40% of our police force to be female? Anyone who thinks that that's a good idea?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Donna Kendall and her husband lived the high life on Hilton Head Island. That is until he started showing signs of dementia in 2022. With her son Ken living in Atlanta.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Let's pump the brakes. Do you see what happened, guys? The moment that she got a hold of the money,
Yep.
Right? What happened?
She blew
What
it.
happened? She started giving it away. Guys, what is going on? What is going on? Man.
Anna, she became lonely and turned to the internet to fill that void.
Of course she did.
Mom liked to laugh, liked to smile.
For Donna Kendall's son, Ken, all he has left is pictures.
And there's my mother and there's me.
She died in September, but not before being scammed out of $1 million.
And she had made 5 wire transfers that totaled about $170,000. And I'm saying, who is this person? And she said, well, I've been meaning to tell you about that. She says, I've met someone and
he's a Nigerian prince.
He just needs
And he needs the
$10,000 to get $2 million out of the bank.
Exactly.
it's just complicated.
She's talking about Martin Erickson, a man she met online claiming to be a wealthy businessman. The scammer told her he was in Japan buying a $2 million machine, but needed another $120,000 to ship it back to the States. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you, he wrote. You might have to pinch me a couple times so I won't think I'm dreaming. When you're ready or free, let me know so I can send you the link for it. Donna replied, I'll be waiting. Over the next 10 pages of messages, Martin helps 80-year-old Donna send him money through a Turkish bank. That's just one.
Through a Turkish bank?
You've been
Come
hacked.
on.
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
And since we read the more than 300 pages of messages her son gave to us. It's only a month's worth of text, but show a disturbing pattern of affection that turns into gaslighting and guilt tripping.
Have you seen the Nigerian dudes and the Jamaican guys that are scammers, and they actually have like a genre of music? We will scam you.
No way.
We will scam you. We will scam you. You dummy. Well, it doesn't sound like that, but you guys get it, right?
You could not convince her that this person she was talking to was not a real person.
Ken says he tried everything, talking with deputies, attorneys, psychiatrists, even taking her to the doctor for a cognitive test.
He pulled me out in the hallway and he said,
She's cooked. Was that the clinical diagnosis? Sir, your mother is cooked.
this is really... He said, there's nothing I can do. He said, mentally, there's nothing wrong with her. She's just making bad decisions.
Once it's been moved quickly, if there's not an immediate recovery, it's very hard to get the money back.
Yep.
Supervisory Special Agent Aaron Sears leads FBI Atlanta's white-collar crime unit. They're the lead law enforcement agency fighting romance and other scams.
We're looking at a multi-billion-dollar problem targeting hundreds of thousands of Americans at this point. So if you're not educated on the issue, right, you may already be a victim.
In the latest numbers provided by the FBI, Americans lost $735 million in romance scams alone.
Look at that, guys. So she gave, was it 1/735th? What's from that lady alone? That's crazy. That is insane.
South Carolina saw $8 million stolen and more than $10 million was taken from Georgians, putting the Peach State in the top 10 for this crime. Sears says the bad guys aren't dumb. They're organized, using the latest technology, knowing the likelihood of being caught is slim.
The dollar losses are so large and the victimization is so large that we don't have enough law enforcement resources to...
Henry, we're in the wrong business, man.
Absolutely.
I'm serious, man. I could chat up some 80-year-old for $1 million. Let me see. Yaz, what's up, dude? Steve is here.
Just think if all that money was invested in something worthwhile.
Yeah.
What good it
Vintage,
would
what's
actually
up,
do
man?
for the world.
Yep. Guys, I don't even I rarely spend money on myself, let alone someone I don't even know, dude. Like, what it's just so crazy, you know?
To address it from a law enforcement perspective, it's an all-of-government collective effort, right? It's not just the FBI who's working this.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do my job. It was affecting my life. And so I finally just, one day I just said, Mom, this is really, I've got to draw the line. You'd rather believe total strangers over your family. And that's still the hardest part.
Don.
Look at that, guys. You'd rather believe total strangers over your family, right, guys?
That's just like a woman.
Guys, isn't it funny?
So
Anyone that's ever been in a relationship, John Carlos, the links in the StreamYard, in the Discord, my friend. I did put it in here. Yeah.
It's in here.
Yeah, in there. So anyone who wants to join, we'll do about 20 minutes for Discord members only, and then we will open it up to everyone else. So, guys, put a 1 if you've been in a relationship and the woman, you're trying to tell her something and you're obviously right and she's obviously wrong, and she's not listening.
They told me.
No, but then she'll read it in like a magazine.
Yeah.
Or her coworker tells it to her. I heard this, like, I told you that 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
But because it's from you, she's not going to listen.
Yep.
Why do they do that? Why? Not that I've had experience or anything.
Read it in a
Anna
book.
lost it all. Her house, her family, and all her money.
Jesus.
With nowhere else to go, she moved into an Okatee hotel until her death in September 2023.
Just going to have to remember the better times, because the last 2 years were not things I want to remember.
Damn. That one's ABC News. Okay, let's see. Now we have a bunch of these, so.
A triad woman is working on building back her entire savings after.
Man, she can get it, man. You know?
Yeah, looking good.
How you doing? I think she can. She's about 2 or 3 years past the wall, but hey,
She's like all these babes. You get the bottle lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
All right, what's up, dude? John Doe, how's it going, man? He says romance scams are so ridiculous. The scams are obvious. It amazes me these people have money in the first place. Yeah. Yep.
Well, that last woman got money from her husband, not she.
Yep. That's true. She didn't work for it. Yep. Yep. He lost his inheritance that his father worked for. Yep.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
It was wiped by a man she met online. The Burlington woman was looking for a companion after breaking off a long-time relationship. WFNY News 2's Itany Miller shares the woman's story and her warning to others.
Kathy Festa gave a man she thought she was getting to know thousands of dollars, not only once, but twice. And she wants others to watch out for those sweet talkers you meet online.
Must have had sucker written all across my phone.
I can still see it.
Through $10,000 first, and then another one for $9,950.
All of Kathy Festa's savings.
I will never, ever forgive myself.
Gone, just like that. Bruno Kirshner got a hold of Kathy's mind and money. She met him on a dating app for singles over 50. The day they were supposed to meet, his daughter conveniently needed emergency surgery, but they kept in touch and even FaceTimed.
He was throwing out the L word, and that just sends me into a tailspin. It's like, oh no.
2 months later, the money request started. Bruno owned a company Kathy now knows never existed.
His company name is Zenith Renewable, and I looked them up on the internet, and there's no such thing.
But at the time, he said his money was tied up in England and he needed help paying his crew.
I took him as if he were telling me the truth. And I felt so bad for him.
He even wrote up a loan agreement between the two of them.
And that he would repay me. You think I got any money?
Nope.
Nope.
In these cases, there's not much law enforcement can do.
If they're using offshore accounts, or if they're using voice over IP phone numbers, those can a lot of times be encrypted, which makes it extremely difficult when it comes to court orders and search warrants, actually tracking the true identity of the person behind that phone call.
Lieutenant Brad Hall with the Alamance County Sheriff's Office said they deal with about 250 scam reports a year. That number is growing because the profit outweighs the risk.
Do your absolute best to vet who you're talking to on the phone, because that person may not always be a legitimate person.
Kathy says she'll never let her guard down again.
I'm sure he's laughing all the
Yeah, because he took one look at you and he saw a dumbass. Yo, guys, I'm telling you, Henry, do you feel bad at all?
Not really.
One bit?
No.
One iota?
No.
You know? How many times have these guys given everything to some broad? This is payback, guys. For,
yeah.
You know, this is like the male gender's reparations. You know what I'm saying? For every one of these guys who got in divorce court, I hope that there's some old broad getting scammed. You know what I mean? Come on.
way to the bank, and whoever his next victim is,
she looks like Dustin Hoffman.
that they do not fall prey. Don't be
wow.
dumb.
Wow.
Look at that, guys. What a dumbass. Here we go.
One of the most costly scams reported to the Federal Trade Commission is the romance scam.
Yeah, you know, in the most recent reporting period, the FTC reports romance scams reached a record 304.
David Hall, what's up, man? Gregory, what's up, man? Good to see you. Guys, make sure to hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. Let me see. 1 second. Yeah.
$4 million in losses. That's up 50% from the previous year.
So sad. WATE 6 on your side consumer reporter Don Dare talked with an East Tennessee woman who nearly gave away her home, Don.
What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait 1 second. Wait a second. I need someone to explain to me how it's possible for someone to talk you out of your house. How? That has to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Talk about God. Now that has to get the dumbass. Come on, man. Come on. So.
Money that she lost in this scam is the highest we've ever reported. Romance scams are different from others. They prey on the lonely people looking to connect with someone, and the scam can...
Lonely people, but people only care. I mean, it only makes the news when it's a woman, right? Right, guys?
Yep.
Isn't it funny how that works? Isn't that funny? What are you saying, Henry?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
Often take months to develop to the point where money changes hands. And a lot of money was exchanged in the story you're about to see.
Dumbass.
It was about...
There she is, guys. Right? There she is.
Why are these women even on the internet?
Vivian, a recent widow, began corresponding with a guy who said his name is Mark Crocker. Here's a picture he sent to her on Facebook. It was copied from a real profile.
He's a gray fox Chad, right, guys? You know what I mean? I bet the real guy from that picture, he's just spraying up all the 35-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Handsome man.
He's a handsome man, and I thought he'd want to talk to my old decrepit ass. Please.
Right. Come on, lady. Look in the mirror.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I always called him my sexy man.
Once the man, calling himself Mark Crocker, caught Vivian's affection, he began the scheme to get her money.
I started texting, and we text back and forth, you know, for probably about a month before he ever went to Australia. Gold buying.
Gold buying.
Gold buying.
He was gold mining, all right.
What? He had to go gold mining. Yeah. What? Now here's the thing, guys. Think about take her voice and have like a 25-year-old saying it, right? It's the same thing. We were texting back and forth for about 2 months, and then we talked about life and all types of things. Please, dummy.
Crocker told Vivian he made $25 million while there. Then he sent a text claiming the law was after him. He needed money. She sent cash at first, sticking the money between pages of a paperback book and mailing it. How much?
$10,000 once. $10,000 a second time. $10,000 a third time.
Damn.
And then I did a $20,000 loan.
Whoa. Damn, these guys, look at that.
Come on, man.
What a moron. How stupid can you be? What are you talking about?
You stupid woman.
From the bank. And then at one point he needed more. And I gave him $30,000. That was my IRA. I've maxed out a Visa.
She took
That's her
out
retirement.
her retirement.
That's a retirement.
The card.
What the heck?
A Discover card. And I gave him cashed in my life insurance policy, which was $30,000.
Oh my, now we're over $100,000.
Yes.
And he's still asking you for more money.
Yeah, he's wanting me to
Donate a kidney next? Since she had done that?
collateral against my home.
Oh my God.
$50,000.
Vivian told us she wasn't sure whether or not she had been scammed. Could there be hope?
You know, I felt like I had gotten so far invested that I couldn't stop because I wanted to hope that I would get my money back.
You stupid woman.
How were you going to get your money back?
He was going to give it back to me.
The Federal Trade
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Commission reports that romance scammers create fake profiles and target people through popular social media sites like Facebook or Instagram. They strike up a relationship with their target to build their trust. Then they make up a story and ask for money.
You know, after my husband passed away, I ended up by myself. You know, I live up here by myself. And, you know, I get lonely.
It's one of
You
the
gotta
most
get a
desperate
dog.
crimes we see, because a lot of times folks that have a little bit of money are often lonely.
Aaron Bradley, the Area Agency on Aging director, says if you suspect a friend or loved one is a victim of a romance scam, have them stop communicating with the person immediately.
Local law enforcement is starting to look at this more closely because they realize how big a problem it is. They also realize how much money is involved often.
You contact him and tell him it's over, okay?
Yeah,
You'll do that?
I will. I'll tell him it.
She's still talking to the guy. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Hey, Jay, can I chime in here?
Say, I got nothing, dude. Say, the floor is all yours.
When my mother passed away a few years ago, I had access to her Facebook account. And, I mean, she didn't fall for any scams, but she had tons of so-called men messaging her because it was clear that she was in her 80s. And these men target women. Luckily, my mother didn't suffer from dementia.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some of these women probably do.
Yep, it's true.
I mean, it's like, I read somewhere that, Alzheimer's is more prevalent, than men. But, I mean, it's sad. It really is.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
At the end of the day, yeah, oh yeah, I will.
Now, we recognize that it may be embarrassing for victims to report this type of scam because Scam is very personal. And we thank Vivian for sharing her story so others won't become a victim. We talked with her today. She's contacted her local sheriff's department and state investigators who specialize in elder crime. The romance scam is considered elder abuse under the law, but catching these thieves is difficult. If you are a victim of a romance scam or believe you may have been victimized by an online fraud, file a complaint with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. That address is here. The website is ic3.gov.
I got scammed big time, and it hurts. It hurts financially.
Oh, my heart stopped.
Sorry, guys, about the jump scare there. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's too late at night for that.
It hurts emotionally.
A Westfield woman says it wasn't love, it was a perfect illusion. That illusion turned out to be a sophisticated scam. Tonight she's sharing her story in the hopes of protecting others. Valentine's Day is just 2 weeks away. WRTV Investigates Kara Kinney is digging into why romance scams are now on the rise. It's a story you need to share with anyone looking for love.
Hey,
Romance
AJ.
scams are skyrocketing.
What's up, man?
Men realize that romance is a scam at 30.
Yeah,
these 304s, it's 80.
You know, the moment when you're handing out Valentine cards in third grade, you hand the girl the note. Do you like me? Yes or
Yeah,
no? Or you go and she checks no, shows it to her friends, and they all laugh at you. That's when you realize that romance is a scam. You know.
Complaints grew 25% from.
Yeah. Just 733. How many of these chicks stole money from their husband, right? Through family course. So yeah, they will get got. Yep.
2019 to 2021, according to the FBI. A Westfield woman says money isn't the only thing she lost.
Pat Bright Cruz became a widow in 2020.
I was very lonely after that.
Using a dating
Don't you already have a dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
website, the Westfield woman met her match.
Say again?
Go play bingo, jeez.
Yeah, something.
A man named Lewis.
And he told me his age. He was 62, and I told him I was 83 at the time.
Ding, ding, red flag, right?
Should have been your first clue, lady.
What are you doing? You know, like what, why?
Their ego. It's their ego.
Exactly. What are you doing?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
And he says, "Oh, age is just a number."
Brian B said she looks like the ultimate warrior. Guys, I did drop the link for whoever wants to come on up, guys. Hit the like button, guys. We have a 10 super chat, 100 likes, or a 2 membership goal, guys. Oops, hold on. Ugh.
I don't care.
Pat says Lewis had an accent that made it hard to understand him on the phone.
Yeah, because he was from freaking Nigeria. You know? You are a beautiful queen. I have never seen a woman look like you.
Why are you gay?
You are not old in my eyes. You are experienced. Oh, man.
He encouraged Pat to text with him away from the dating website. They texted a lot, exchanging hundreds of intimate messages for months.
Look at that. Good morning, my queen. Hope you had enough rest last night. I pray for blessings and grace for both of us.
Oh, jeez.
And look, he's not even typing in good English. Like, if you read the rest of this.
Like this one. Good morning, my queen. I hope you had enough rest last night. I pray for blessings and grace for both of us. I love you.
And it got extremely romantic. And he says, can't wait to be with you. And
See, this is proof that guys fall in love with what we see and women fall in love with what they hear.
Yep.
You know? Yep.
I mean, he just drew me in, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with him.
In those texts, Lewis sent pictures.
Giancarlo, I dropped the link in YouTube. So just hit the StreamYard link to join in the chat on YouTube, man. I did link it right. Yeah, just join from there, man.
Supposedly of himself.
And he asked me to send me pictures, you know.
Hot selfies.
You guys know who she looks like?
Edgar Winter.
Looks like Ric Flair.
Gosh, she looks like Cobb, the snake. She looks like Cobb, the snake from the jungle.
Woo!
Yo, look at that, dude. Look at that.
No, he says, you're absolutely gorgeous.
Pat says Lewis claimed to be working for a construction company in Montreal and made plans to visit, even sending her a picture of his plane ticket.
He says, we'll probably spend 24 hours in bed.
Yeah, 23 of it sleeping.
That's nasty.
Yeah, separate beds, separate rooms.
Disgusting. Yeah, someone said D. Snyder. Yeah.
I said, now let me know when you arrive so I can come pick you up. And he never did.
Over the course of 6 months,
$30,000.
Come on.
Oliver, Henry, we're in the wrong business, dude.
$30K like that.
$30,000.
Doesn't matter the age, man. 304s are terrible with money.
Imagine
especially if it was somebody else's money.
Knowing a person for 6 months and you're writing a check for $30,000
that you've never met.
That is crazy.
Lewis convinced Pat to send him 5 checks to help with his business. Money she thought was going to her lover, instead pocketed by scammers.
$98,547.
What do you think when you see that total?
Makes me ill. I want to throw up that I was that vulnerable.
Pat became suspicious when Lewis...
Vulnerable? No, you mean you were dumb.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? I mean, it's like all these chicks that have these, like, oh, I fell for a romance scammer. They never, it's like almost never say, I worked all my life for this.
Yeah.
No, that was her husband's.
Of course. Guys, there's a dumbass born every minute.
Her husband's rolling over in his grave.
Exactly.
Vulnerable.
Pat became suspicious when Lewis sent her this contract asking her for $500,000 to invest in...
$1 million? Look at that.
What? Going for the gusto.
I mean, hey, shoot for the stars, I guess. You said the only shot that you know you're gonna miss is the one you don't take, right?
That's right.
In his business,
Go
it
big or
listed
go
a Fort
home.
Wayne address, but when Pat checked it out in person, it was bogus.
And then he stopped calling, he stopped texting after about 30 days when he realized I didn't have any more money.
What was this like emotionally?
What kind of camera angle is this?
Hey,
So
wait
I
a
didn't have
second. Wait a second. She was mad because, well, besides getting scammed, that they stopped talking to her because she ran out of money. Welcome to being a dude. Dang.
I know, right? Yeah. Yep, that's true.
Realized I didn't have any more money.
What was this like?
What is this camera angle?
Yeah, really.
Like what is this?
Like emotionally?
I was heartbroken.
Romance scams are big business for criminals. They prey on your heartstrings. Nationwide, they cost Americans nearly $1 billion in 2021.
And that's what's reported.
Yep.
There's a significant increase in romance scams.
Scott Barnhart is the director of consumer protection at the Indiana Attorney General's office.
Why not catch these guys?
Well, these are very
How? That's such a woman question to ask, right? You know what I mean? Why can't you just jump to the computer?
Because they're in freaking Lagos.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Just like a woman.
What are you talking about?
If they could be caught, they'd already be caught.
Exactly.
sophisticated operations. A lot of this is offshore. It's very difficult.
Guys, okay, let's pump the brakes right here, right? Guys, please get in the gym, right? Guys,
Yeah,
run,
look at this guy.
do these things, guys, and especially if you're gonna have a job where you have to wear a suit every day. Come on, guys.
This tie's not even straight.
No one's saying you have to be friggin', prime ultimate warrior or anything. But what I'm saying is, guys, be healthy. Like, look at this guy. Where's his chin? What is this? Where's his neck? What is going on here?
For us to pursue these individuals in foreign entities and foreign countries, they focus on getting the money here, but once it gets offshore, it is very difficult for us to track it and trace it and try to catch the bad guys.
Barnhart says Pat missed common red flags, including encouraging you to
don't be a dumbass.
Communicate off the dating site, asking
Brian B says he looks like he's been divorced twice.
you to invest in their business and not wanting to meet in person, instead relying on photos.
Where are those pictures coming from?
There are millions of images online that scammers have access to and can pull off of social media platforms.
WRTV Investigates used reverse imaging on the photos Lewis sent to Pat, and we couldn't find anything.
Why are these scams so lucrative?
So when you think about phishing scams, when you think about other scams, it's one hit and out. These are so lucrative because people convince themselves, well,
because these knuckleheaded 304s are dumb.
This person has been communicating with me for months. There's no way that this is a scam.
A family member filed complaints on Pat's behalf with Westfield Police and the FBI.
Looking back at everything and knowing what you know now, how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel horrible, makes me feel dirty, makes me feel stupid.
Pat isn't confident she'll get her money back, but she is confident about one thing.
Do you think you'll find love again?
Oh yeah, but not that way.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked.
Come on, man.
Led astray.
Come on.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
I'll never be scammed again.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled.
Come on.
Run amok.
Laughing man, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. As usual, my friend. Good to see you.
Hey, AJ.
Hold on. Nash Trucker, what's up, man? And Dante's here. What's up, dude? What's up, Oliver?
This lady's like, oh, I'm going to find love again, okay? I tell you what, I was about 9 years old the last time I pulled a grilled cheese apart, okay?
Oh, I've seen this one.
Originally, he lived in Orlando. And once it started moving forward, I wanted to meet him. He was like, let's get this thing. I want everything out in the open. And then he had a trip he had to go to California.
Did he ever, did you guys ever like FaceTime or Skype or video chat? So you never met?
No, because he went to California very shortly after we started talking. And he was going, when I say this stuff now, I kind of laugh at it. He was going there because he was...
Carlos X, what's up, dude? Kendall's here. What's up, man? Adrian the Great, how's it going, guys? Good to see you guys. Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Actually, you know what, guys? Let's look at this first, okay? Okay, you ready for this? Look at this.
See photos of me while I was being trafficked to a billionaire? Okay. What you don't see in...
Nice glasses.
No what? Okay. Look at this.
the medications I took, or really anything else in my life. In fact, everything was leveraged by him for control.
Stop.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, what a horrible life that she had. Look at that, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Doctors make medication recommendations for me. There's me with him in a billionaire's house.
Look at that.
Work, but I did. I wasn't allowed to sit at the dinner table unless I obeyed.
Guys, this is all cap. How much you want to bet that she divorced her husband, took a good chunk of his money, blew through it, and now Gray Fox Chad here is living his best life. So now she's trying to spin this story. Do you guys hear this? Someone says, okay, so explain how you were a hostage when you were being with him in all these places in your photos. You must have had 1,001 ways to escape. Unless you've been in your shoes, don't judge. Someone says, so she was with him for the cash. Look at that. Someone says, and those kids are yours. Someone says, yeah, I'm going to call BS. Someone says, yes, this is not trafficking. Someone says, you look like you're enjoying the lifestyle, and now you're bitter and old. Someone says, why didn't you call the cops? Someone says, comparing your trash marriage to an actual trafficking victim is wild. Look at that, guys. Someone says, let's play the victim card after 20 years. Make up an excuse since you have no talent, no skills, or a job. I was forced to live with a billionaire, not a poor man. A billionaire and a perfect family. Someone says, yeah, you look like you're fighting for your life in every one of those pictures. Guy says, I guess he filed for divorce. Hey guys, look, she's fighting for her life in these comments. Look at that. Guys, how many people on social media don't understand? Guys, you're not doing yourself any favors by fighting for your life in the comments. You know what I mean? This person is, you are making a mockery to children and women being trafficked. Yes. Look at that. And guys, here's her actual page. Human trafficking survivor. Look at this. Look at this, guys. So now this is her purpose now. But guys, believe all women, right, guys? You know, that's the best thing to do as a person, right? Yeah, smartest move. Look at this broad. Wherever you are, to her husband, I hope you can run, guys. Look at this.
I think that I would like validation for my gender identity. There are some pictures of me.
Lesbian.
Guys, what? Someone said bring back insane asylums. I say bring back friggin' holy water. Straight up, dude. Man, oh man.
My pronouns are it and they. My gender is none. I enjoy dressing in a more feminine, I guess,
Someone says Thanos and Ultron were right.
way. But I don't want to be associated with gender. I enjoy looking like a clown. I kind of view myself as a doll. I don't abide.
Well, you certainly do look like a clown, right, guys? Clown was the first thing that came to mind. Yeah, he said killer clowns from outer space. Yep, yeah.
By gender, I'm fucking built different. I think that I would like.
Man, you guys, what is going on? Where's the other thing? Oh, guys.
What ethnicity do you think Babe Ruth was?
Black.
They say Babe Ruth was not black.
What?
What?
Yeah, this is somebody's post, 2,000 upvotes, that they realized that Babe Ruth was not black. I was positive that he was. I have no idea why.
Wait, what?
I think it's because they thought that James Earl Jones's character on The Sandlot was Babe Ruth. You know what I'm saying?
What was he?
He was white.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Yes,
No,
he was.
He was not.
Why do you think he was
No.
black?
Wait, did you think he's white? You knew
Yes.
that he was white?
Yes, I knew he was white.
What? Wait, why do me included,
I don't
why do
know.
we all think he's black?
Because you're a bunch of morons. You absolute dunderhead. Why are people so stupid, guys?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
There's a bunch of people in the comments that also, they agree with you. Someone said same, and now I'm freaking out because where did we all learn this from?
Look at her. Look at both of their 1.2 brain cells. You know what I mean? Just shorting out.
What?
What ethnicity do you think Babe Ruth was?
Black.
Okay, and then where's the other one?
I hate to tell you this, but if you're trying to date men and you hate men, dating is not going to be very easy for you. It's actually going to suck. And I'm not saying that a lot of men aren't awful and don't show up in relationships. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you spend all your time on the people that you are attempting to date or talking about how awful they are or sitting across from them and thinking about how awful they are, it's not going to be a very fun experience. And you're actually just going to keep dating awful men. So shift your attitude around men. And if that means taking a break from dating, that's what you're going to have to do. Because I promise there are definitely people out there that will feel good for you to date. But if you're only bringing negative energy to dating, that's what you're going to get back.
Hey, Henry, Oliver, John Carlos, she's all yours, guys.
No, she looks like a lesbian.
With the
No, I'll pass.
with
I'll
the
pass.
bull ring in her nose.
It's a freaking lesbian.
No, the stupid tattoos.
I don't want to date Sideshow Bob. Okay.
Dude, the only thing about
I only like Asian girls.
I say the only thing about chicks like this that have to have this strong ethnicist type of thing, right?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
When their friends are around, they're tough, but these chicks are demons in the sack because their whole kink is like letting a dude treat them like absolute trash, but they can't let the public know, right? These chicks are the same. Have you guys seen those like CEOs and executives that like hire chicks to like pee on them and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Or like the head of the owner of the Ferrari racing team, he's this 80-year-old Italian guy. You remember in like 2008, 2009, that video surfaced. He would hire ladies of the night and to dress up like Germans of a certain time period and treat him like he was in a concentration camp. So they would check him for lice and everything and like make him wear a as far as sex scandals go, dude, he took the cake, dude. Come on, man. There's no coming back from that. But yeah, guys, these are the chicks that used to be around me in college. And all these chicks are all ethnicist, strong, and independent chicks. And until you're in their bedroom at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it's all friggin' all downhill from there, man. So, but yeah, John Carlo, what do you think of this of these romance scams, man? These old broads getting got for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, they were simping.
Perfect.
Just like men.
It's true. In this game, it's chump or be chumped. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And It's only newsworthy when it happens to men. I mean, to women. Men get got all the time. Men get legally got. Men get romance scammed legally. How many times have you seen some rich dude, some successful guy meet some broad at Twin Peaks, at Hooters, at the strip club, marries her, moves her in, she pops out 2 or 3 kids, and then she takes him for everything he has. And I'm supposed to feel bad for freaking knucklehead over here? No, I don't. Man, there's no way. There's no way any of us are going to feel bad after all this. Shit.
Investing in some gold, and he was needed to go over to Africa. And once he got...
I'm sure he did. You know I love you. I love my women old. You've aged like fine wine.
If he never came back, there was always a reason. And I've seen this with other women. They've talked about whoever they were involved with had stories of investments, and all of a sudden they needed money. They couldn't get out of the country.
So she even knew what was up, and she still got.
You know, they had one emergency after another.
How much did you send him? All in total, all in.
What I lost with him was probably well over $500,000.
$500,000. Guys, we're in the wrong business. All of us, guys, we're in the wrong business, man. We need a new career path, and I think we found it. $500,000 after only talking to a person for what, maybe 6, 7, 8 months, and you're $500,000 richer.
How many dollars per hour is that?
They better be lucky that I have morals, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can I say something real quick, bro?
Beta male, you can do an African accent, right?
Hey, what's good?
What's up, man? How you been, buddy?
What's going on, brother? Man, how you doing, man? Salute to the chat, man. Salute to y'all. Now, man, I've been watching for about 30 minutes, and it's kind of ironic how all of these older women think that romance is a scam, but all of these men went through divorces, child support, alimony, can't see their kids, and that's considered love. That's considered, a man finding the wrong woman.
Yep.
And this is why, like, these older women, they are the issue, because when they get older, right, 30, 40, 50, maybe 70s, all of them looking like an extra from 227 or the Golden Girls or some shit like that. Now, what they want to do is they want to talk to the younger women and tell all the women, y'all better be careful about these men. But these older women already had their fun, right? They had hands on knees. They were doing banana splits. They were doing helicopter spins, Sean Lee spin around kicks. But now the younger women want to have fun, but now is the issue,
but
right?
I don't think that they're even trying to put the younger chicks on game, because they're out there trying to compete for all the same men.
Right.
Look at Vivica Fox getting her BBL. You think she's trying to tell younger girls not to be like her? She's in the club trying to get them old rickety hips, dropping it to the floor. You know?
They get the young ones. Exactly. Yeah. Lisa Ray, her BBL hanging down from a thread. Right? Got all these older women. But look, they going after all the younger men, because the older men want the younger women. So now it's like I don't want to curse, but they are peacefully blocking all of the younger women from having fun, man.
It's true. Gray Fox Shad, he can smash 22-year-olds. Gray Fox Tyrone too. You know what I mean? And even so, it's like girls from like 17 to about 29, 31. It's all about Chad, Tyrone. And then after that, it's Nug and Gavin, the Starving Artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll give Gerardo a chance. And then, and they'll even give Nug 11, the Arab guy, a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Walk him down, Timothy. 38 Special Roscoe. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's anything that they can get. You know what I'm saying? Then they're trying to order Mambutu from freaking Africa. You know what I'm saying? Paying for him like Kendra G. trying to have. This is my man. He's some 35-year-old African dude that she mail ordered in the mail. You know what I'm saying?
Taking a trip to Gambia.
Man.
No,
yeah.
But the thing is like
welcome.
young guys realize that romance is a scam. Like I was saying, in 5th grade, man, when you write that, do you like me? Yes or no? She checks no, and then shows her friends. They all laugh at you. That's when men realize that romance is a scam. From the jump, man. From the jump. And you know what? I'm gonna drop the link, guys. Go to Beta Male Police's channel, man. You know, he's doing good things over there.
I appreciate it, man.
Let me pull up.
I appreciate it.
Channel here.
I had to get up here, man. You hopped in my panel, man. So I appreciate that, man. I had to show some love, man. Hope
Hey,
doing
baby,
well.
BNP, man. Let's hook up because I want to do a live on these incels because you're like one of the only
let me
people
know.
that I know that actually talks about it. Because
Let me know.
I don't really talk about incels much because it doesn't really come up on my channel. But Beta Male Police, here, can you give your view on incels?
Yeah, I think incels are very outdated. There is a lot of incels that still crying and complaining about women that don't want them. And most importantly, these incels have never put in the work as they should, because a lot of these women are talking about, I need money, I want money. These incels live in mankind's boiler room, still crying, no hairline, hair not brushed, and they think they want the top Asian woman. I mean, usually it's Asian women, all these incels, but they want all of these top women that men need to work for as well. So incels think that all women need to give them sympathy, peace leave, or within merit, right? They gotta feel sorry for them. Please, can you sleep with me? I'm an incel. I need a girlfriend experience, right? So incel is outdated, and I don't condone incelism. I think all men should take care of themselves first, and then women is a byproduct of your own success.
So that's what I think too, is that incels in the same sense and say, oh, these 304s are garbage, they're this, they're that, they're this. But they're the result of every single negative outcome in my life. How is that a thing? How is a person that you think is below your boot got you by the neck? That don't make no sense. And you said it the best. They make peace leave the focus of their entire lives.
Exactly.
How is it that you're talking? You're everything that they this is the same. This is why I don't believe in the whole, you go to like these pro-black spaces where it's like, oh, the white man. They presuppose the white man's doing everything to us, right? I don't believe in that. I don't presuppose anything, but the women are they never can get out of it because they already know the answer to any type of question or any type of hypothesis or anything. It all leads back to women, which is crazy.
Absolutely.
It's some of the most disempowered, like goofy stuff I've ever heard. So yeah, guys, make sure you sub over here. Oh, when do you usually go live, BNP?
I don't know, man. Like it all depends. Because
in the evening, in the mornings, afternoons, weekends.
Oh, evenings, like a 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, guys. BNP is cool because he's like me, where he goes live a lot. There's not a lot of channels that actually have live.
I appreciate
streams.
it.
So yeah, man. But yeah, go over there and
salute
guys,
the people in here, man. Yeah.
I don't feel bad for this chick. I don't.
Man, she got a gal fade, man. What's wrong with her, man? Flash kick looking ass. God damn.
Going back and actually playing like Street Fighter 2.
You gonna see her? Yeah.
Guile was the cheapest person. Like anyone who knew how to play Guile is basically unbeatable, man. I didn't get it until I actually was in an arcade playing, and like 4 or 5 guys were all choosing Guile, because I was like 11 when Street Fighter 2 came out, so I didn't actually know I didn't get technical with fighting games until Street Fighter 3. You know what I'm saying? And then and then all that other stuff. But you go back and play Street Fighter 2, and people Man, or that one dude who knows how to use Zangief. Man, shut up with that spinning pile driver. How you gonna keep getting me with
He
that,
just grab
man?
you
What
all
are
the
doing?
time. Yeah, he grab, take half your life down. Yep.
$500,000. Do you have $500,000 to give somebody?
I did everything. I cleaned myself out. I sold my house. I had to sell my house because I took a mortgage on my house. This is so totally out of character for me.
No, it's not.
Detective determined that was a lie.
I've got a very small family, and the family members that know her, it's like they can't comprehend it because it's so out
And
of
I
character.
bet that they tried to tell her, well, she didn't listen. Anytime that anyone said it's a scam, she said,
"How dare you?"
Right?
Character for me.
Why
He
did
loves me.
you fell for it?
Hell yeah, America. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. As
Uncle
usual.
Fester's crazy, bro. Yo.
He looks like
Hey, that's
Uncle
wild
Fester.
right there.
Uncle Fester.
That's
Real
accurate too.
Media, what's up, man? Heretic, what's going on?
That's very accurate.
Yep.
Because initially, the first time he wanted money was because he said he had adopted kids over there.
Oh my gosh,
And
he's really laying it on.
they needed money. His credit card wouldn't work. I mean, the stories were elaborate. His credit card wouldn't work. He didn't have any money. He needed money to feed the kids. And I can remember walking across the Publix parking lot arguing with myself. And I'm like, if there's really kids that are hungry, you can't leave them go hungry. And that
Some people are really fucking stupid.
was the start of it. I cut
Do it for the
ties with
children.
him. And then he would keep calling me and I wouldn't answer the phone. And then eventually I'd pick up the phone.
And the guy on the other end of the line, like on the phone, was it like a traditional phone? Like, because I know they're overseas, like it's like calling your cell phone? What did he sound like?
He had an accent, and when I first started...
Of course he did. He did.
What?
You are a,
What do you
you are a
sound like?
beautiful old lady.
What do you say? He's like a man. Like, what
You
you talking about? What
are-
he sound like?
You know, because he was probably a Nigerian
Nigerians?
dude. Yeah, yeah. I like my woman like I like my wine. Aged.
I will fly you out. I will give you a visa. Come over here. I'll take care of you. I
You
will give
are a
everything.
queen, and you deserve to be treated as such.
I will feed you every day.
Come on, man. And you guys know there's like Afrobeat songs from Nigeria about scamming like old white chicks.
Yep.
Yeah, and Jamaicans
They
too.
notorious for that though. Yeah,
Yeah.
they notorious for that. They always did this.
Yeah, yeah.
I really couldn't understand him. I thought, well, this isn't going to go very well.
What kind of accent? Like,
I couldn't put my finger on it. And he was telling me, I forgot what country
Night,
he said
guys.
he was born in.
Sorry, buddy. Take it easy.
I couldn't identify the accent. But eventually I got to where I could understand him. Although a lot of times I had to say, I don't understand you, repeat it, you know. But
And
then
you kept talking to him?
I found out after the fact that they kind of work in teams. So that doesn't mean I was talking to the same person all the time.
right, exactly. So, what was your breaking point? Why did you decide to, like, obviously you cut him off, but then you went back, and what happened?
Sent him more money, got in deeper, and at that point, I felt like I was chasing my money. I felt like if I backed out now, I would never have the chance to get anything back. And it's funny because the women that I've talked to in the support groups, they all said the same thing. They were,
Hey,
You stupid woman.
can you pause it right here? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Hey, salute to y'all. I'm gonna say this real quick because I remember I had a topic talking about how easy it is to scam women because women will believe anything. I remember a topic on TikTok, right? And it was this white tea woman, and she was like, "I don't know how my $20,000 from my bank account got away. My bank called me." First of all, your bank will never call you.
Right.
They
Yeah,
will
that's
never
fact.
call
Yeah.
you. Right? And they tell you, hey, if somebody call you, if it's pertaining to a bank It's not us. We will never call you. We will never ask for your PIN number. So she gets on this phone call. She says, well, I picked up and he asked me for my social security number, my bank information, and now all of my money is gone. I don't know what happened. I was like, man, I need to work on my Nigerian accent so I can start scamming these women too, because I need some free money.
Well, quick, guys, here's the thing. Put a 1 in the chat, and guys, if you know that friggin' couch surfing Nug or Gavin in like college or whatever, or who was that dude that always had a girlfriend he was mooching off of?
Yeah.
I think that if all of us had no morals and no like sense of manhood, we could rip off chicks too. Because how is it, guys? You would see like pretty girls, like girls that you would date, or always having Gavin, the starving artist, in his newsboy hat on the couch, or Nug playing Madden on the couch. Guys, seriously, like these are guys that have no sense of being a man. I could not live with myself living off no woman. I just couldn't.
Somebody said in the chat, somebody said if this happened to a man, no one would care. Exactly. Nobody would care. Life goes on. You a man, deal with it, figure it out. But when a woman gets scammed, I got to call NBC News. I call ABC News. I got to do an interview, right?
Just
Try to be a victim.
What kind of man though would like live in a woman's house, and then she takes the bus to work because she leaves her car to drive, and he's playing Madden, he's going around hanging out with his friends. What kind of guy does that? But those guys are out there, and these are the chicks that these are the dudes that these chicks let smash and let have babies by. It makes no sense. I knew this guy Roy in college, and he was just like, before emo was emo, he was like an emo kid, and he was always writing poetry in his stupid little friggin' notebook, and had like the little like professor jacket with the corduroy things, even though he could barely read, and he always had a girlfriend, always. I don't know if they felt like they had to take care of him or like they could save him or what, but he could pull some baddies. Like how is this girl like
the thing is though, they can pull them because all they had was time.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because these guys just live off pulling women, running game, running a mouthpiece, and they got nothing to show for it. These guys be living in life, their only life, mind you, and they think that if they talk to 30 or 40 or 50 women per month or per year, there's going to be this humongous trophy that you're going to get in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Dear boy, you bagged up 300 baddies. I'm going to give you this trophy. Nothing happens. Even getting the women, even getting married is no merit. There's no award for that. It's not even a flex. Because at the end of the day, you can lose all of that shit.
Before you go, here you go. Hey, John Carlo. Here's how you can get your green card, buddy. Here's how you can get your green card. There.
Oh, man.
Didn't know heifers could dance.
They all big backs.
Yep. Every last one of them. The thundering herd.
Oh no, they all built like Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm out. Oh my god.
Hey, B&B. Hey. Look, they don't want us anymore. Henry, they're all swirlers. They want you white boys now. They want you white boys. They're all.
That whole stadium's shaking right now, man. Hey, brace for shot.
Scuzzy's down to Australia. Hey, man, if you want a green card, there you go, buddy.
Brace for shock, man. All these big women coming down the aisle,
you better bring your lifting belt.
Steel-toed shoes.
Hey.
What did Charles Barkley say? All the little chicks big down in San Antonio. Eating them churros.
He did say that on live too. Yep, he said that.
He just brought it up again. He brought it up again. Days ago.
He brought it up again.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
Yeah, guys, I used to live in San Antonio, man.
Some big ones.
Hey, man, salute to y'all though. I'm gonna get up out of here though. Man.
All right, buddy.
Hit the like button on this guy chat, man. This guy's incredible, man. Salute to everybody in the panel in the chat, man. Peace out.
Yeah,
y'all.
I'll hit you up in Discord about a stream, BMP. All right, buddy.
All right, cool.
Take it
cool.
easy.
All right.
Then chasing the money.
All right.
Then chasing the money, like a gambler chases their money. And what kind of brought it to a head with my family was when I knew I made the first few mortgage payments, but then I knew I couldn't continue, that the house of cards was going to start tumbling down on me. And so my best friend actually happened to be staying with me. She came down for a visit. And I had borrowed some money from her. And I think we were talking about how I was going to pay her back. And I think I was trying to borrow more money or something. And she's a licensed social worker. And so she was putting all the things together. And she says, "This is not like you. What is going on?" And so when I had to confess to her what was going on, then my brother-in-law was coming down and everything came out. And I had to make decisions.
And she finally realized.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Because I knew I couldn't afford to stay in my home.
Yeah.
I couldn't make the mortgage payments.
Did you ever contact the FBI?
Mm-mm.
Of course not. Of course not. Right, guys? Of course not. You're going to tell the whole world, but you're not going to tell the cops. Yeah. Guys, what does that sound like? All these chicks that say their essay, they will go online or go to the media, but they won't go to the cops. Come on.
You stupid woman!
Because when the police came and we talked about it, they made it sound so daunting, so difficult to do, that almost like impossible, that you kind of felt shot down before you even started.
What are you talking about?
And I was an absolute basket case at that time, because my
no
world
kidding.
was crumbling down around me and I didn't know what I was going to do.
If people hear this and they think, wow, she's not the sharpest crown in the box,
Right.
the sharpest knife in the drawer, what do you want to tell them?
That I'm shocked at myself because I consider myself sharper than that.
And you found out?
The lie
You
detector
weren't.
determined that was a lie.
And I could not figure out why I kept ignoring all the red flags. I literally was stepping on them, just walking right over them to get to the Western Union, to things that my stomach was going in knots. Everything inside of me was telling me was wrong. I just kept going.
Do you know now why you did that?
Well, I think in the beginning it was because I thought the way he portrayed it, we were going to have a good life together. It was never really about the money for me.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And then it got to the point where I knew that was never going to happen, but I thought, maybe somehow I can get some of this money back. Because at that point I was deep. If you have any doubts at all about anybody, thoroughly check into it. I tried to do some checking, and again, I just kept making excuses for the things that should have been there and they weren't.
Welcome to Banfield. Hold on to your hat, your wallet, and your heart. Tonight, a tale that's got everything from love, laughter, betrayal, and greed to great fortunes won and lost and exotic destinations. And according to the U.S. government, after this weekend, this story could be all about you. The Federal Trade Commission, the agency in charge of protecting us, protecting the American consumer, has just released an advisory about the biggest fraud across the country right now, and it goes straight to the heart. Romance scams. Yes, I said it, romance fraud. It is now bigger than bank fraud. It is even bigger than healthcare fraud. And if you're saying, I would never fall for a love scam, well, then maybe count yourself among one of the lucky, because based on the FTC's warning, it is happening to far more people than you think. In fact, 80% more people in 2021 were swindled by wannabe Romeos than the year before.
Look at that, guys. People. Yeah. Meaning chicks, right? But they can't out and out say women or it's
How dare you?
right.
And then
Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. We have 80 people watching and 65 likes, guys. So hit the like button, please. I appreciate that. Guys, Sunday show. I think I had said another topic on Tuesday, but guys, Sunday show is going to be what generation are the biggest simps. Okay? Boomers, Generation X, Millennials, or Gen Z, and why. All right? So guys, I want to have a big panel from the start. So guys, be sure to join the panel early, guys. And yeah, we'll go over examples, data, statistics, all that other stuff. Because I was in a TikTok live earlier today. Because I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try and like dual stream on TikTok, like Andrew Wilson does. And this guy, I was like, yeah, guys, Generation X. Boomers, Generation X, and Millennials, we're trained to be simps. And this guy's like, well, wait a damn minute. I'm not a simp. I said, wait, what was? A lot of us stopped simping. But I said, dude, Generation X, I said, we had Boys to Men and Shy and Jodeci and all these movies where the guy gets the girl, the lovable loser. I said, guys, and I'm like, actually, it's millennials that are the biggest simps. Well, I'm 32. I'm not a simp. I'm like, dude, you might not be. But I said, do you think that you're the average cud-chewing moron who you walk by on the street? Well, I don't think that's true. And I showed him the statistics. He was like, well, it's messed up because if I go to my town, I'm in the South. I said, first of all, you're in the South, in a small town. So you're crossing out L.A., San Diego, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Boston, New York. I think there's a lot more of those knuckleheads than there are you. Oh, well, I thought, like, don't be like a woman and you can't think in generalities.
Right. It's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me, therefore.
So, well.
Come on.
Hell yeah, dude. Can you, here, I'll hit you up in Discord because I need to make sure that I'm doing it right. I'll have to either, I'll have to do like a test run. So that part might not be on Sunday, but that's something that I'm going to start doing because I've been jumping in and out of TikTok lives the last like week or two and just like messing with people, so.
check out this number. It climbs to...
Steve said 10 years ago he met a woman from Spain. He sent her $700 for a plane ticket. His bank manager, he wouldn't approve the transfer. Wow. She turned to be a con. Good on your bank, man.
600.
No. Spacious. The silent generation had FNS too. Because remember, some women got the right to vote in the 20s, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's first generation.
So those are feminists. And then boomers had feminists too, right?
Yep, in the 60s.
Yeah. Yep. Now, once again, Generation X, I don't think Generation X men and women care enough, but the millennial men, guys, the millennial men are the biggest simps. And Gen Z is actually coming back around. Gen Z is leaning more towards conservatism and being anti-feminist, So
100% when compared to 2017. In dollar amounts, it means $547 million were stolen by love scammers just last year.
Damn.
That is over $500 million. And in the past 5 years, regular people just looking for love have lost $1.3 billion. And it's not just a few people losing a lot of money either. The average person lost about $2,400. So that's hundreds of thousands of victims, people being taken for a very expensive ride. But why are they being so easily taken? We all know the con artists are out there. I mean, right now, one of the most popular Netflix movies out there is a documentary called The Tinder Swindler.
And isn't that funny, guys, that what this Tinder Swindler guy did like women do all the time. There was a chick on the whatever podcast that openly admitted to taking a guy's entire life savings. It was like 80 grand or whatever, and she's like, well, he gave it to me, and now this guy's a criminal for doing it. Come on, man. Look at that.
Well, on a low level, so are foodie dates.
Yeah, that's true.
A true story about it.
Yeah,
just a smaller level.
And we saw the one girl that didn't she didn't go she didn't go grocery shopping for 2 years. She went on a date 6 days a week and just managed to eat. Yeah. Yep.
A serial romance scammer. So shouldn't people know better? The problem is the internet and online dating. While it has done wonders for helping people find that special someone,
come on,
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Nope.
It's also made it much easier for crooks to find that special someone. They can cast a wider net, they can pose as anyone they want, and they can learn everything about you before you even think about swiping right. I want to bring in someone who unfortunately knows all about this.
Translation, please.
Silly Jedi. Silly Jedi.
Guys, it looks like the evil emperor dude from Dune, doesn't it? Hold on. What's the guy's name? The evil, weird looking emperor dude. What's his name? Evil, pale dude.
Baron Vladimir Harkonnen.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
Yo, what is going on, dude? Man, and props to the craftsmanship of whoever constructed that chair she's sitting on. You know what I mean? Come on, dude.
All too well. Rebecca D'Antonio lost $100,000 to an
You know what? Do you remember Dune? You guys remember you guys remember the OG Dune strategy game? Remember for PC? Remember this game? Oh, this game was awesome, man. This was like the StarCraft before StarCraft was StarCraft, you know? We used to play the crap out of this game. Yeah, that was so much fun, man. The original Dune game. And then you guys remember? Hold on. Oops. You guys remember Wing? You remember Wing Commander, the OG one? Man, oh man, oh man. Lots and lots of fun. I beat 1, 2, and 3 back in the day. Anyways, I digress.
online dating con man. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tell me what happened to you.
Well, firstly, thank you.
Tell me what happened to you.
I ate too much. I ate too much.
Having me. I had never tried online dating before, and I had never even known that romance scams were a thing. So, of course, when it happened to me, it took a while to sort of.
Look at the facial expression.
It weighed heavily on her.
She looks like she has Down syndrome.
It weighed heavily on her.
I see what you did there.
Since Snowboarder's not here.
Looks like the blob.
To figure out that that's what
Watch
it
out,
actually.
she's gonna
freaking,
eat us.
she looks like freaking Kirby from Nintendo. You guys remember Kirby? Oh no! Look at that, man.
At
Look
least
happened.
Kirby runs.
A friend of
I know, right? Yeah.
The question
mine
is,
had
where did this chick
decided.
get $100,000?
Well, look, guys. I mean, let's be honest.
What's her food bill?
No. Think of this though, guys. Put a 1, guys, in the chat. The only hot girls I know that are lawyers and doctors and stuff are foreigners, are like, Asians, Indians. You know what I'm saying? Because their parents are like, you're going to go to college. Those are the only girls I knew that were like, actually like engineers and doctors and stuff. All the rest of the girls, I mean, the only hot girls, right? All the rest of the girls are all the uggos. Where their dad is like, yeah, dear, you're probably going to want to go to law school. Because the dad knows if his daughter is going to be pretty and be able to get a good guy. So he's like, yeah, dear, you should probably go to med school. Because he knows that she's never going to, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because pretty girls, I mean, a pretty white or black girl or whatever, they don't feel the need to do this. Whereas women like her, she's probably very, very, very successful because she has to be, So...
that she was going to try.
I'm gonna say not all women live life on easy mode. I mean, guys, honestly, this chick's like a 2.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Minus.
And what's crazy is, guys, most people there's 5s and 6s, right? 4s, 5s, and 6s. I would say that there are no 10s and there are no 1s unless you're like a burn victim. But guys, 9s and 2s are alike in that they catch your attention just as much. You see a girl who's a 9, you're like, oh man, she's fine. When you see a 2, you're like, God damn, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like your eyes, yep.
My online dating, and she had never done it before. And since I hadn't been in a relationship in a while, I
Why is one eye half shut?
thought, well, this is feels like a new thing. Let me give it a shot. And so I signed up on a site that I knew to be, or at least thought to be, reputable, which was OkCupid. And I knew it to be reputable because I know friends that have met their significant others and are married with children now. So
yeah, but they probably did it younger and about 300 pounds less than you,
I thought that, okay, well, I'm going to be really smart about this. I really don't want a one-night stand or, to be
But hey, guys, nug knows no bounds,
No one is telling that.
Hey, man, there are dudes out there that'll smash anything, man. Anything.
in someone's bedpost. So I'm going to basically put in my profile that this is the box that I come in.
And that's a big box.
Big box.
And this is the forklift that's going to deliver it.
A pallet, more like it.
This is what I expect in a relationship. This is what I won't put up with in a relationship. And what I didn't realize at the time, because of course awareness is key, was that I was creating kind of a roadmap around what would have been red flags for me. And so one of the details that I actually put in my profile, because of course in developing feelings for someone and moving forward with a relationship.
Why do they talk so much and not say anything, right? Guys, she's been talking for 2 minutes. She hasn't said a damn word. Shut up.
I didn't want to have unrealistic expectations of each other.
A chick like that looks like that has nothing but unrealistic expectations.
was that I love children, but I can't biologically have children.
Thank God.
So essentially what had happened was, in order to get to know each other and chat on the platform, you have to both like each other. And so enter Matthew into the picture, who was a single father of a young son. His wife had passed away a couple years before from cancer. He was originally from Australia,
There it is.
who had been...
There it is, right? Red flag number one, right? You know, and then guys, honestly, there's not a lot of widowers out there. You know, there's not. You know, and guys, if you are a widower, they actually call guys whose wives have died unicorns, because those guys, for some reason, chicks just give up the panties to those guys. It's crazy.
Adopted into the United States, so he had a bit of an accent, which of course I loved. And he was having some trouble with the platform, so we moved off the platform.
Aha! There you go.
Number two.
Right? Yep.
And started.
Incredible says, how much is a cargo free for 300 pounds to Australia?
Talking on the phone, emailing, sending text messages, using Facebook Messenger quite a bit. And we had really hit it off because, as I not so soon learned, actually, this scam had taken place over the course of a year, that they know what to say to disarm you. They know what to say.
Oh, and there goes the victimhood. There goes dodging accountability, like Neo dodges bullets in the Matrix, right, guys?
To make you feel valued. This is their bread and butter. So they're very practiced at it.
Right, and you gave them that roadmap, right, Rebecca? So he knew exactly how to push your buttons and where your vulnerabilities were. So as I understand it, they mined some photos from a New England attorney.
Everything about this chick is unattractive. The faces she makes, she has these weird facial tics. One eye blinks and the other one doesn't. She's a very off-putting person, you know?
Attorney.
Heritage Princess, her phone sex sounded like she's plunging the toilet.
And use those photos to say, this is who I am, a nice-looking guy. Yep. But the big question I think a lot of people would have is, it's totally understandable you could fall in love. I mean, words are worth, everything. However, you'd never met him. You'd never seen him in person. And then the requests for money started coming. So how did you accommodate for that and think, this is okay?
Well, we had decided that we would meet after his next business trip, which he was actually taking his son on. And he was an oil magistrate, an oil contractor. So
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Of his travel was international. And so while he was on that business trip, they look for that hook. They look for what's that thing that is going to make someone send a little bit of money. And for me, unfortunately, it was the child. He had presented me with what was, to me, a very plausible scenario, which is that the cards that he was using for his expenses had stopped working. And I had traveled internationally, and you can notify the bank 5 times that you're traveling, and something like that still happened. It had happened to me. So to me, that was very plausible. And I had asked all the questions one would ask, like, gee, isn't there someone else that you could appeal to? We're very, relatively new in this relationship. We still haven't met yet in person. This is a work trip. Can't your work help you? And of course, he's an independent contractor, so that complicated matters.
They have an answer for everything, don't they? I mean,
he did. He had an answer for all the things, and the hook that got me was...
W50 says, every oil magnate wants a 500-pound seal today.
It's the fact that his son...
Look at this, guys. This is proof, once again, a dumbass is born every day.
was with him? Was I going to be the horrible person that left a child in a bad situation?
Of course. Again, pressing your buttons because he knew about your desire to
Those are some big buttons, right?
have
guys?
children and couldn't have them. So here's the big question.
Too bad he didn't push her mute button.
At some
know,
point,
right?
you realized that you were in the hole for $100,000 and you started to recognize that this was a scam. When you confronted him, as I understand, you've been very public about this, you told him that you were at such a depth in your life because of this that you were contemplating suicide. What was his response?
I will never forget, we were speaking on the phone. It was the last time that we spoke. And
Guys, $100,000 to a guy she's never met. Guys, I wouldn't even lend people in my family
And she still wants to have a serious conversation with him?
Yeah.
I mean, she still bought into it.
Damn. She said she was going to self-delete. Yeah, I said jump.
Oh, go ahead and jump.
Dang, look at that. Look at that, dude.
Might as well jump.
the level of indifference and in his voice when he said this to me, I'll never forget it. He said, well, you have to do what you have to do.
It's unbearable to think that. Did anyone ever help you? Did anyone ever trace who
Cody says she looks like the lady on Misery.
who it was? Did you find out who it was? And I guess most importantly, did you get your money back?
Of course not.
Well, I had at the time that this was all kind of wrapping up and I was entering the next phase of my nightmare, which ended up being bankruptcy. It was a friend of mine that, sort of held my hand through it all. And with her, I became braver to let a few more of people know what had actually happened, because my friends knew that there was this relationship. What they didn't know was this hidden financial dynamic, because it is very much an emotional and financial rape. I really needed that hand holding. I really needed that shoulder.
Why are they so dramatic? Just say, look, I got. It is what it is. But to me, oh my God, it was an emotional essay. Ah! Please, come on, man.
And that hand up.
Say again?
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's the real thing.
To have the courage to take the next steps. And so friends had found me a wonderful support group called Scam Haters United. And with them, they were the ones that actually, because they had been through the same thing, were able to help me to digest and to sort of put it all together, what actually happened to me. And then from there, I went through the bankruptcy process. I never did get my money back from the scammers. It's very hard to do that with international law and other obstacles to overcome.
Was it determined that it was an international syndicate? So many of them are based out of Nigeria. They're actually criminal gangs that pose as a lover.
Yes. It was a criminal gang out of Nigeria, and they were using the scam. They have a playbook that they basically use to scam people. And so that's what is believed to have happened, that they were using this scam playbook to swindle me out of my money. I did get money back, but it wasn't from the scammers. So Western Union and MoneyGram, which are wiring conduits, were found to be at fault by the FTC and the DOJ, and there's been class action lawsuits, and I am part of both class actions. The Western Union one is finished.
So you're gonna blame the wiring service for not stopping you from being a bonehead? That makes perfect sense. Do you guys think that a guy would get any of his money back? Did you guys ever, Henry, did you ever hear about the case of the guy who deleted his whole family because he had sent all of his money to some girl in Romania, and then he needed more money and his parents wouldn't give him money?
No,
to give
wow,
to
I
her?
hadn't heard that one.
So, yeah, he had annihilated his entire family.
And the MoneyGram one is in process, and I have.
Well, there's a little.
I've seen some.
I mean, it's a little, right?
Yeah, it's a little.
But it's not that it's not the heartache. You can never get that back. Rebecca, thank you for sharing this. I know you share this so that other people can be aware that there are real victims that can fall for this. But I really appreciate you telling your story tonight. Thank you so much.
You stupid woman.
Happy to do it. Thank you for having me.
So how can we catch these heartless love crooks? And how can we be really sure those potential romances aren't really a scheming band of common thieves in a land as the founder?
Just assume they are. Guys, I don't ever get got in these phishing emails because I don't win anything. I don't enter anything. I don't know. I probably missed out on actual free stuff because I don't answer texts from people I don't know. I don't answer calls from numbers I don't know. I just don't. I don't. If I don't know you, I don't know you. If you're calling me from a different number, leave a message.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. So.
Of the Society of Citizens Against Romance.
Look at this.
What the heck is that?
Look at this guy.
Scams, a worldwide nonprofit that supports and advocates for victims of online dating scams. Welcome to all three of you. Tim, I want to begin with you. I just listened to Rebecca's story and it's just heartbreaking.
Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, look at this. This guy says he lost his. Man, that sucks. What is this?
CTV's
Samaritan. That they're online.
Because if we talk about it, you get fired.
Spam. Well, it turns out the scammers keep coming back for more. In a hidden camera investigation, we followed the trail of what appeared to be an international crime syndicate that targets victims for a second time. We're in Pennsylvania, driving to meet a man who portrays himself as a good Samaritan.
Hello?
Good morning, Ron. He thinks I'm a victim of a romance scam and says he knows how to get my money back. It's about a 3-hour drive for me, so I was thinking 10. What Ron doesn't know is that we've discovered he has a link to what appears to be an international crime ring with tentacles that reach across Ghana, the United States, and Canada.
Ron? Ron, hey.
We met before COVID shut the border.
Good, I'm glad to meet you.
Yeah, it's a strange situation that we find ourselves in.
But hey, if I can help you out, that's what I'm interested in doing. And I know what you're going through.
Ron is an American who's being used by scammers in Ghana. His job? To convince romance scam victims that they can recoup the money they lost to online fraudsters. One of those victims is Wendy Dickel. The retired Ottawa school bus driver was at a vulnerable time in her life.
Please, as they play the sad music.
Let me guess. She divorced her husband.
Of course.
When she thought she had found love online.
It took a while to adjust the fact that I was a widow.
Don't all these broads look the same, right?
Life for Wendy has been hard. She was mourning the death of her husband from cancer when another tragedy struck.
3 months later, I lost my dad, so it was like a continuous vicious cycle.
Excuses.
5 years later, she was finally ready to venture into the world of online dating. It didn't take long for Wendy to connect with a man claiming to be a Canadian soldier. He showered her with the kind of love she hadn't felt in years. And she believed him when he said he couldn't meet or even video chat because he was on a covert mission overseas.
Oh, please!
Yeah, so covert he's on the dating apps.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
He was a very good sweet talker, telling me, I love you.
You were getting text messages. He was contacting you how many times in a day?
Guys, make sure to hit the like button. Appreciate that.
Probably about 10 to 15.
So he was really bombarding you with the love.
Yes.
But I thought he was on a secret mission, right, guys?
Right.
Isn't it funny how that works?
Felt very special.
Every text, email, and photograph made Wendy fall more and more in love. She had never felt more cherished.
When did he start asking you for help?
About a month later, $5,000, $25,000.
Money Sebastian says he needed for a never-ending renovation of a farm he claimed to own in South Africa.
I kept saying, fine, I'll help you out, because I thought, yes, I'm falling for you.
Wendy was blindsided by love, believing she was investing in her future with Sebastian. By the
Isn't that amazing, guys? How they can just imagine us having a built-in excuse for being stupid and say, my emotions just took over, right? Think about that for a second,
time it was all over, she had sent the man of her dreams, the man she thought she'd spend the rest of her life with, $300,000.
I was like a puppet to him for the money, and he was the one that was pulling the strings.
Wendy's banks became so concerned about the vast quantities of money she was transferring that they flagged her as a possible fraud victim and refused to let her send any more.
I had mentioned that I was being investigated by the fraud department, and he thought that was crazy because it was legit money.
Two separate banks shut down your account saying, Wendy, you're being defrauded by
What a dunderhead. And did she believe them? Did you guys think that she believed them? Or do you think she said,
"How dare you?"
Right?
con artist. And you said, no, I'm not.
I didn't think he was a con artist because I've never been conned. So this was like...
That's how it works. That's how it works.
That's the most woman thing I've ever heard someone say. Guys, you know what? We'll have to do a part 2 in this. Guys, let's switch over to the courtroom, okay? Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Let me change up the ambiance here. Let's go to the courtroom. As usual.
You can't handle the truth.
Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let's see. I have so many courtroom videos. I need to start going back through these. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Okay. 1 second. All right, guys. Let's look at some chicks getting pissed off about child support. Okay, guys? Because they hate it when the shoe's on the other foot. Look at this. Oops. Hold on, guys. Any of these good ones I have to save for later.
Good morning.
So I got your motion relative to child support. And the motion claims that his child turned 18 and graduated from high school. So I contacted them, the front of the court anyway, so they could confirm that, because generally that's all you need. All you need to do is send a copy of could be a diploma, could be the high school transcripts. Once they get proof of that, they'll stop the child support. Okay? The problem is they can't, apparently Mr. Brown does not have access to that information. So let me first turn to Mr. Brown, and then I'll hear from Ms. Dennis. Is that correct, Mr. Brown? You can't figure out if this child did in fact graduate?
Hold on. What I just pushed this start video thing?
Go ahead.
I can't get the camera to come on. But,
you don't have to. I can hear you just fine.
Okay. They've been in Detroit for like 6 years or something. So, but I have like Facebook stuff I got pictures of her graduating.
Yeah.
She graduated in May of last year.
So this is his knuckleheaded ex still trying to get child support out of him after the kid turned 18 and graduated. They're demons, man. Demons. You know what I mean? Dude's been paying child support. He's basically free, and she still wants more money.
Wait a second. All right. Well, this should be easy to figure out. Miss Dennis.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know what we're talking about here?
Yeah. Let me just start off by.
Now, guys, that's a yes or a no question, right, guys?
Yep.
These women, man. Oh, my gosh, guys. Why? Why, guys?
By saying is, yes, it's going on 7 years that I've been here in Detroit.
What does that have to do with his question, you dummy? Oh, hey, John Carlo.
I just came back.
Dude, do not go to Detroit.
Detroit.
Yo. There's a girl who I used to work with, white girl, and she lived in this small town that's like on the outskirts of Detroit, right?
Flint?
No.
Nah, that's a long way from Detroit.
Yo, it's even worse than Flint. Guys, the town is so poor that they have brownouts because they can't afford to light the city 24 hours a day.
Come on.
That's how poor.
That's like third world, man.
It's crazy, man.
Detroit.
Yeah.
In Tijuana, they cut the water every month.
For how long?
3 weeks.
What?
Yeah. Because it's a mess down here. We have high taxes, just like California.
Wait.
Infrastructure.
Stop. So for 3 weeks out of each month, you don't have running water.
Sometimes it can be just 1 week or 2 weeks. It's a whole mess. Everyone in San Diego knows that the Tijuana River Canal is polluted with all the sludge from the factories and the bad filtration system. It's incredible. It's corruption.
So what do you guys do? Do you just like get bottled water or to save water?
The government puts salt in the water because cartels drop stuff in the water. You know what I'm saying?
No, but like when the water's off, what do you do for water?
We use we have bottles of water. I mean, I can take a cooler and use it to store water.
Damn. So how do you so you have enough water to drink and bathe and all that? You just have to save?
We have barrels of water.
What? Yo, and guys, isn't it funny how all these knuckleheaded 304s and these college kids and these free Palestine people act like America sucks, right?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Compared to where?
I mean, you guys have lots of privilege.
Yeah.
At least in the U.S., if you live in a crappy state, you can move to a nicer state.
That's true.
Or
you can go to your own property. You can buy your own property, have a well dug, have some solar power, and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In Mexico, anywhere you go, either becomes more expensive or more dangerous or, even more woke.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Well, man, hopefully
that's how we are treating in Baja California.
There, man. There's a lot of places in the United States that'd be happy to have you, man. Seriously.
He haven't talked to my daughter since she was 12. She had
What does that have to do with anything? I try to not swear with these fucking broads, dude. Come on.
Life monumental moments. Graduating prom. She in hair school. She graduate November of this year. So he never reached out to say congratulations, nothing. But it's temporary for him. It's a lifetime for me.
What does this
She's
have to do
18
with
and she transitioning. She paid for cosmetology school out her pocket, trying to make ends meet. So that little bit do help. And as far as the child support goes, He ready to put an end to it because he don't talk to her. He don't talk to me. I don't reach
So
out
what?
to him and everything. And it's nothing. But he could go down there to the court and say that she done and this and that. He got pictures, but he don't even talk to her. My baby going through what she go through behind him. And I would like for the child support to continue on until her 19 to the end of her 19 year. It stopped.
Blah, 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 blah,
Henry,
blah.
Henry, I need you to say something because I'm gonna lose my. I'm gonna lose my. I'm gonna.
Duct tape is silver, silence is
She
gold.
wants an extra year of child support. She's sitting there arguing, knowing damn well that once she graduates from high school, it's over.
Yep.
Look at that.
Stop in September. The court told me it stopped in September of this year, but I would like it to go to her 19 year because I still have expenses with her. It don't stop for me.
See? Me. I.
Too bad.
Him and he wrote that motion. She done with school. She done with that. He want to wash his hands of her completely. And I feel like that's so unfair that I didn't lay down by myself. I laid down with him. And not once he contribute to anything. In 3 years, I came down here and I lowered his child support to $35. $35.
Yeah, right.
If you see in them records, you look in your records, see in the record, me and him came down to the courthouse. I lowered the child support down to $35 only on the strength of he get her on weekends, get her on holidays, get her on summer vacation. And he couldn't do that. And I had to wait 3 years to raise the child support back up because he still refused to participate. So
he is participating.
I want to tell you both something. There's a lot of things I can do sitting here today. But there's two things I cannot do. And I hope the parties understand. I can't make somebody a good father or mother. I can't do that. I wish I could. Because if I did, I would have probably very few of these cases.
There you go.
But I can't do that. And I wish I could. Because I think your daughter deserves better. She deserves something. The second thing is I cannot violate the law. Okay, I have to follow the law. And the law in this case says that someone can collect child support until the child is 18 or graduates from high school, whichever occurs later. Now, she has done that, okay, by everybody's admission. So the law says that I have to terminate his child support, but I am doing it effective the date he motioned me, which is the first charge date. He motioned this on January 9. So the first charge date, somewhat close to that, is January 1. So I'm going to grant the motion to terminate child support effective January 1, 2025. And what you need to do, Mr. Brown, is you need to come to the courthouse on the 5th floor Legal Assistance Center and prepare an order for me to sign, which you need to send to Miss Dennis. And the order says that your child support obligation for this child terminated on January 1 of 2025. And I will sign that. And I wish everybody the best. I wish your daughter the best.
Say one thing.
Sir, yes, sir. Can I say something too? I'll let her go first.
Stop.
Go ahead, ma'am.
All right. Go ahead, real quick.
So the courts told me that the child support is
case closed. Case closed.
Why is this guy letting them talk?
Ordered
Either
all
one
the
of
way until September of this year. So you throwing that order out?
There's no order saying that.
That's what the courts told me. That I called it.
I should tell you this, Miss Dennis, that unless you have paid the person to give you advice, you shouldn't rely on it. Okay? Because what I'm thinking is they may have told you what happens if she's still in high school, maybe not. Child support goes until someone graduates from high school or turns 18, whichever is later. I've had a lot of 18-year-olds still getting child support because they haven't graduated high school yet. I've had a lot of 19-year-olds who get child support because they haven't graduated high school. But this child has graduated high school and is over 18, and the law says I have to stop it, but on the effective date of a motion to stop it. This motion was filed January 9th. So the closest charge date I have is January 1. And that's as far as I can stop it. Like I said, all I can do is follow the law. And that's what I have to do.
There you go.
Now, Mr. Brown, what can I do for you?
Well, I got two questions. You said go over there to the fifth floor and get a what, man, sir?
Mr. Brown, you're getting yourself into more difficulties. You really need an attorney to help you because, so I need you to go, you know where the courthouse is?
Yes.
On the 5th floor.
Right.
It's called the Legal Assistance Center.
Right.
I need you to go there and they will help you prepare an order
to have
terminating your child support.
Here you go.
Effective January 1, 2025.
Now you guys see how if the man doesn't put in the order to terminate, he'll just keep paying.
Yeah, that's
and keep paying and paying for as long indefinitely.
Yep.
The day that kid graduated, because it seems like she graduated what? Maybe like June 2024.
Yeah.
He's been paying too much already.
Yep.
Dummy.
And that all arrearages are preserved. Period. That's all you got to do. And then they will prepare the order. You got to send a copy to Miss Dennis at her last known address. You send me the original. If nobody objects within 7 days, I'll sign it and you will be done and this case will be over. Okay?
All righty. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Good luck to you.
You too.
Dummy. Let's see. Here's another one.
And Ms. Makowski, are you requesting a court appointment?
So we haven't seen this judge in a while. Yeah, look at that.
An attorney today?
No.
Okay. Ms. Mullen, if you would please call the case.
Thank you. The first matter we have, Your Honor, is the matter of Lisa Ballard, now known as Makowski, versus Christopher Ballard, docket number 2006-003684-DM. This is an arrears-only case, and the last charge on the account was $114 per month. Its balance owed currently is $486.36. Which is $169.36 owed in medical support to the state, and then there are fees and costs. The payments on the account in this case, in the past year, there was one payment, February of 2023, a $50 payment was applied to this account. Ms. Makowski in both matters, on the next one I'll be presenting, she failed to appear for a show cause hearing June 15th, 2023. Warrants were issued for her non-appearance. Those were recalled on June 20th, and she was brought to court to appear today. In the matter of Lisa Makowski versus Alan Paul Makowski, docket number 2017-013-913-DS. The parties have a third order modifying order for custody, support, and parenting time and adding a child signed February 13th, 2023, which orders Ms. Makowski to contribute child support and medical support for 2 children in the amount of $222 per month. And that charge began February of this year, which was an increase from a previous charge of $33 per month. Balancing on the account currently owed in this case is $2,753.76, of which $793.98 is owed in medical support arrears to the state. $1,642.78 is owed in child support and medical support to a third-party custodian Melvin Makowski, and then there are fees and costs. Payments on the account in this case, in the past year, February of this year, $100 was applied to the account. In April, $100 paid by Ms. Makowski, and then in June, $100, which.
And how long have you been doing that work for?
About 5 years.
Okay. And do you have any regular monthly bills?
Just the normal house payment.
Is she
stuff
stoned?
like that.
Sounds like
normal phone bills.
And do you have anybody who helps you, pay for those bills?
Well, my boyfriend and I both. He gets the check 'cause it's under his name, but we both pay.
Okay. And are you current on those bills?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. Are you having any health issues?
No, my son is. That's why I am at DeFoss right now.
Okay. And is that kind of interfering with your ability to earn income?
Yeah, I am down here until he leaves.
And do you know how long you'll be there for?
3 months.
Okay. And how long have you been there so far?
Since last Monday.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else that you wanted to say today, Ms. Makowski?
Yeah, I'm just a little confused on like the whole payment thing. Because I know Melvin, he had signed off like child support, but I was only supposed to pay the medical. And so I'm not sure why it's saying that I owe so much a month for child support when I'm only supposed to be paying the medical. And for the other case, not the 2006 or 17, the 2006, it says there was only one payment, but every time I pay on the 2017, I make a payment for the other one.
Okay.
So there should be more payments on there. And if I miss a month, I'm always, every time I pay, even if I paid the previous month, I'm always paying a double payment.
What I would recommend is that you ask your caseworker for a copy of the child support order for each of your cases. Ask for a copy of your child support order, and that'll say how much you have to pay, and into an agreement. If it's not if it's not signed by the judge, then it doesn't become a court order. So that's
I don't have that one down
So
here.
she doesn't.
I don't think I did take a
wanna
lot
pay
of
child
court
support.
stuff with me. I'll have to look and see if I have it, but it was judged, and I did get something in the mail saying that, he had signed this no child support, just the medical part, and it did go through a judge.
Okay.
So I do have a copy of that. I just don't know if it's down here with me.
So
or not.
What I guess would be helpful if you don't have it, or if you're not able to find it, ask your caseworker for another copy. At this time, when you have an opportunity.
Oh yeah, I know that's
that what the friend of the court's doing is wrong, then please bring that order, to the court's attention the next time this happens. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Good morning.
Let's go to my playlist here. Hold on.
So I got your motion relative to child support.
I'm sorry. You're going to jail today. I'm keeping her on probation, subject to all existing 3 days jail. Have a seat. I'm not going to argue. Have a seat.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Here are the charges. Failure to attend the court work program, January 18. Failure to submit to twice weekly testing on January 18. Failure to provide proof of completing 6 hours of community service by January 15, and failure to attend outpatient treatment, missing several sessions of treatment between October and January of 25. October of 24, January of 25. How's she going to proceed on these?
Your Honor, we're not going to be contesting the violations. We limit responsibility with an explanation.
So if you plead guilty here, I want you to understand you have 2 prior violations. This would be 4 more. You could be incarcerated on this for up to 93 days. You understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign an advice to rights form today? Nothing's going on right today, right now. You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence on these. You have the right to a hearing. You have the right to question their witnesses. You have the right to remain silent. If you remain silent, I won't hold that silence against you. You plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing. You're waiving your right to a hearing of any kind. You're waiving the right to cross-examine probation witnesses. You're waiving your right to the presumption of innocence, so to speak, because they have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. And then I would sentence you after plea if that's the way you choose to proceed. Do you understand everything I just said?
Yes.
Do you want or do you still wish to plead guilty to these?
Yes.
As to count 1, fair to attend the court work program on January 18, 25, how do you plead?
So guys, she got like drug court or probation or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Guilty.
As to count
and she still didn't comply.
That you failed to submit to twice weekly chemical testing on January 18, 25. How do you plead?
No, I did go to the 18th, but I went to the later one at 7 p.m. They gave me this card.
Slow down.
Come on, Bethany.
You can't whisper. If you don't want to plead guilty, hang on, don't say a word. If you don't want to plead guilty, you don't have to. If you think you went twice, if you think you went to testing on January 18, that's fine. Do your records indicate she went?
I am not aware that she went. She did not speak with me at all in regards to or communicate with me about her mess or where she went. I would have to look into a different system. We have her no-show.
Over 25. Did you fail to provide proof of that?
Yes.
Count 4 that you failed to attend outpatient treatment, missing several sessions of treatment between October 20.
She's a junkie, see?
24 and January 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you miss several treatment sessions between October 25 and October 24 and January of 25?
Yes.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
And you're telling me you went on January the 18th for testing?
Yeah, I went to the place.
Just tell me the name. You got a card there. I can't read it. Where?
A progressive drug P-Dance. It's the place that's in
The lie detector determined
Come on, guys.
Right, it's on the sheet.
Come on, Bethany.
There's ASDC
That's what it was, yeah.
that she could have gone to. But again, I would be unaware if she went there since she didn't communicate with us until Wednesday, the 22nd.
I'll enter a not guilty pleas to count 2. Anybody forced you to plead guilty as to counts 1, 3, and 4?
No.
I'm accepting your pleas. I've got real concern on that. I don't know what's going on with you. You're not taking it seriously. I'm ready to pull the plug on the whole sobriety court deal with you right now. You're not mature enough.
Yep, she was in drug court. Told you guys. They do this drug court. We're going to give them a chance. Throw them all in jail, right? Right, guys?
Yep, Bethany needs to go.
To handle the program. You're not mature enough to handle this program. I mean, you might be the most sober person in the country, which I'm having my doubts about, and you're not complying with the orders of the court, but you're just not mature enough, Ms. Sessoms. I hate to tell you, I saw this one coming. I took a chance on you, and quite candidly, I'm not sure I don't want to just end this whole little charade today. We got too much going on, too many people that we
want
to help, too many people that want help. You couldn't do your community service? I mean, look, I sentenced you October 16th. Actually, it wasn't. Was it 6 hours or that's a typo? Did she do 6?
The 6 hours are the sanctioned hours from her last violation. When I last spoke with her, she didn't have hours done at all, but she does have her original 48 due February 1 here in a couple of days.
And then she doesn't show up yesterday. I tried to tell you nicely here. I have tried to tell you nicely.
Dude, this judge has had it, man. Look at that.
We're not playing baseball here. If we hit 360,
we're not playing tiddlywinks here, okay?
In other words, if we're complying about a third of the time, they'll pay a baseball player $32 million. Here, you're gonna end up in jail. I'm serious. I don't know what to do with you anymore. I tried to tell you nicely at these status reviews, you gotta pick it up, but you don't show up yesterday.
I was unaware of it yesterday. I would never, ever intentionally miss a court date.
You know.
Oh, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Anything about that? Did she tell you that?
So we told her that she would have a court date. We did email her notice, since we don't have the mailing, the 10-day notice. I did try calling her, and I didn't even get
Fine,
voicemail.
I won't hold that against you. But all these other things, I don't know what you're doing. And you're gonna force me to do something I don't want to do. I don't think you're cut out for sobriety court. I mean, honestly and truly, we got how many in there? 32 or 4?
Damn, she's cooked.
32 yards.
Well, I gotta tell you, if I was ranking them easiest to deal with, toughest to deal with, you're in the bottom 2. That doesn't put you in very good stead. It's nothing personal. I just don't think you're mature enough to handle the program. I mean, there's people like that. They just irresponsible. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I thought we did a
she's a
better job of
druggie.
screening and making you understand we expect 100% compliance. And you don't seem to be bothered when you're violating. That's the other thing.
It bothers me.
Well,
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
not enough.
Sir, can I?
Go ahead, Mr. Shim.
Yes,
What do
Your
you
Honor.
want to say?
As to the 18th, Judge, she indicated that she did go to the doctor on the 17th. She told Ms. Wiles that she was not feeling well on the 16th. She did have some blood drawn taken. She did bring results in today. She indicated that she's actually quite low on her red blood count, a red cell blood count, and she's going to be going to a further specialist. This might have to do with excessive fatigue and dizziness and potentially distracting her from complying with terms and conditions.
Oh, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on.
Encouraged her to get whatever sort of treatment she needs, because obviously if it's something that's precluding her compliance and it can be remedied, it would be something that I would consider asking for some leniency. Furthermore, she indicated that she has maintained her sobriety. She does indicate that she takes this seriously. She has responsibilities as a stay-at-home mother. She has a 5-year-old son, and she does receive some assistance.
Of course she does.
Now you're
from her
single,
mother,
Mom.
Monroe.
Yeah.
I believe that she started off maybe not on the best step. It's my hope that potentially she can get whatever medical issues that she has dealing with addressed and potentially go forward without any further
How
complications.
many sessions did she miss of treatment? Do you know, between October and January?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean,
So in the month of October, she was supposed to attend group sessions. Those are once a week. She did not attend any in the month of October. She did not attend any group sessions in the month of November. She canceled an individual appointment in November on November 8th. In December, she did attend her group therapy. She canceled.
don't show up and you don't tell us. Now, that is understandable. Losing a parent, especially at your young age, it's very difficult. I lost my father when I was very young, in my 20s. It's not anything we should have to deal with. I get it. But you got a problem here that you have to deal with. And if you don't deal with it, it's going to get worse and spiral out of control. And if it spirals out of control, what's going to happen to your son and what's going to happen to your life? Let me see the screening report again, please.
Sure.
We're not mean people here. We're trying to help you, but there's accountability and you're not being accountable. You had 2 of these within 3-4 years, and this one you had a 0.265 and 253 on it. All right, what else do you want to say, Mr. Shumke?
Your Honor, just that my client does appear that she's sincere and contrite with her willingness to try to demonstrate compliance with the court. I know that she did not begin on the best step. I know that she's had some challenges. I'd ask that potentially we have a review so she can demonstrate full compliance. But I think that if that were even to be permitted, which we understand would be a significant allowance, I think that she is of the understanding that she, if was granted this, as
Stay home with Hudson.
Well, I thought you said your mom watches him a lot.
Only
Your mom.
nowadays, when these court things.
What do you think?
Now she's trying to say that she misses court because of her kid. Please.
Sure, you know, I have talked to Devin, I'll give her credit, she really does try to stay organized, I will give her a lot of credit there, she has been color coding, she's using her planner, her diagnosis of ADHD sometimes, will get in her way, again, to her credit, she did use her SoberLink throughout this time frame. With the miss, and she was all negative on her blows on the SoberLink, but I don't know how else to motivate her to make sure she's communicating, you know, with these misses. I didn't hear from her until we had status review on Wednesday. I've talked to her. The reason why I didn't violate her earlier on her treatment attendance is because of reasons that she gave you. There was a death.
At least her lawyer's trying. You know?
Anything else?
I mean, just the fact that I had to stop taking my medication that I was on for years, and now I'm still getting used to another one, my ADD medication. It's been hard too.
How were you able to work in May of 24? You said you're not working because you're watching your son, but you were fired from your job in May of 24. How were you? Pardon?
February.
Okay, well, you initially told probation May, but that's fine. Whether it's February or May, how were you able to work then and you're not able to work now? Who was watching your child when you went to work?
She's lazy.
It was in daycare, but it was like $800 a month, so.
I'm so close to sending her to jail. I think you need to go to jail today. And I'm not trying to be mean. I think you need a wake-up call. Listen to me.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
I just need to
Simp
get
out,
my...
Judge.
Listen.
Don't simp out.
Listen.
So I wake up every day dizzy. My red blood cells are so low. I have an appointment with a cardiologist.
I take drugs. Yep.
I have a follow-up with my doctor on the 6th.
Have you seen these medical records?
I have not.
I can show them to you right now. You told me to bring them, I brought them.
I don't think you're going to make it through this program. I don't think you will. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep her on probation. If there's anything in there that you think will enlighten me, I'd like to see it.
Yeah, she is provided proof of her blood draw results. It does appear that she has an appointment with a cardiologist, even for into.
Have a seat. I'm not going to argue.
No. I think that it just goes into reasons for the low blood and tests that she's going to have done in order to determine why her red blood cells are so low.
I'm sorry. You're going to jail today.
We know what that means.
It's time.
Let's go.
Keeping her on probation, subject all existing terms. 3 days jail. Have a seat. I'm not going to argue.
No.
Have a seat. No, you need a wake-up call. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Ma'am. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Please, no.
Have a seat.
Please, no.
I do not.
I'm not going to argue with you.
If you are new to my channel, please subscribe as I edit these cases and remove.
All right, guys, let's switch gears here. You know, guys, these romance scams are hilarious. These chicks in court are hilarious, right? And guys, stay out of any type of child support court, paternity court. You know what I'm saying? It is not your friend. Anyways,
That's the sound of the police.
guys, we are not at 100 likes, so we need 100 likes before we go to a 304 TikTok, guys. So make sure to hit the like button, and here we are. Let's see. Let's change up the old ambiance here. Let's see. Boom. And then there.
I was stop.
Stop. You're gonna do that. Listen, are you gonna do this thing? It's all a joke until the handcuffs come out. I see.
I don't like this black cop.
Taser.
No, I don't
Let's go.
Turn around.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Currently still traveling northbound on. Can I get another unit? Is your car parked, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You mind stepping out of the vehicle for me?
Yeah.
Go and step out for me.
Why?
Go and step out for me.
Wait,
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing.
You haven't had anything to drink?
Come on.
lie detector determined that was a lie.
Take it out tonight? Okay. Well, go and step out for me real quick. Where are you coming from?
By the bars.
I had nothing, but I was by the bars.
Guys, I'll put a 1 if you agree. The reason why these 304s probably drive drunk a lot is because they don't even pay for their own drinks.
Yep.
You know? All these, sex on the beaches and redheaded sluts and fuzzy navels and all these things, Come on, man.
Turned 21.
So
I'm 21.
So you're.
Well, here. Welcome to the wonderful world of DUI.
Coming from the bars area?
Yes, sir.
You know where you are right now, right?
Yeah, I'm by like the ghetto side.
Yeah, the bars are on the 100 block.
No, I was coming this way because my friend lives this way.
No, you're going southbound.
I'm sorry, sir, but I was coming this way.
Come to me, okay? Go ahead and hand me your license, okay? Is there anybody else in the vehicle with you, or is it just
sir,
you?
but my dad is county attorney.
Well, that's fine.
And he's going to literally lock you up.
Okay, that's fine. He can lock me up, okay? That's fine.
It's not because you're Mexican.
I'm not Hispanic.
You're not shit.
I'm not Hispanic.
You look Spanish.
Well, I'm not.
Isn't it funny? This is probably one of those chicks that had a BLM thing on her Instagram. Right, has the rainbow flag and all this other stuff.
Biggest racist out there.
Yeah, a little bit of liquor in him, and it all comes out, right, guys?
Yeah, another awful. Another awful.
White girls like this are the most dangerous group of people on the face of planet Earth.
Bingo.
See, everyone thinks B-dubs are the worst. No. Because B-dubs out and out, you can just see they're ghetto and avoid them. You know what I'm saying? But these chicks, they can fall down and say, "Oh my God, he hit me," and you're done for. So.
Not Spanish.
What do you look at?
Well, that's fine. I can look Spanish, but I need your license, okay?
That is my Louis Vuitton.
No, I need your license.
What?
Yo!
What? That'll get her off. That'll get her out of it.
Oh, yeah. Someone says she has a coexist sticker on her Prius. Yeah. And she's
license. All right, and the reason for the
guys, look at her steering wheel, right?
Oh boy, fuzzy.
Look at her steering wheel. What do I always say about the chicks with the steering wheel?
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Just because you failed to maintain single lane, okay? You also made the U-turn up here without signal intent, and you were in the far right lane. Were you aware of that?
No.
Yes.
Say it one more time.
And then you made the U-turn without signaling that you were making the U-turn.
Am I supposed to wear a face mask right now since I'm by you?
Do you have your license?
Yes, sir.
Well, I kind of needed that now.
No, one second.
Listen,
You can wait
listen.
one fucking second.
You're prolonging the stop, okay? I need to get this out of here quick, fast, and hurry, okay?
Dude, the thing is.
So how much have you had to drink tonight?
0.
You haven't had anything to drink at all
Nope,
tonight.
nothing.
Okay, you haven't had anything to smoke or any
That was a lie.
kind of. You haven't done any kind of narcotics.
Fuel.
Okay.
It's nicotine.
I still need your
I'm
license.
21.
Give me 1 second.
You should date my mom.
Miss, you mind stepping out the vehicle for me and talking to me?
Oh.
Would you mind doing a standardized field sobriety test for me?
Yes, sir.
You will do this test?
But my thing didn't come up, or what?
Well, I'm asking you, are you going to do a standardized field sobriety test for
But
me?
why?
Because I told you, okay? You're intoxicated.
No, why did you stop me?
I told you why I wanted to.
No,
I
you
stopped
didn't.
Yes, I did.
Tell
Okay,
me
so
now,
I'm gonna tell you again. Okay, I'm gonna tell you again why I stopped you. Okay, failed to maintain single lane. Okay, that was one.
Look at
you
him.
made
Look
a
at him.
U-turn from the far right lane. Okay, going back northbound. You didn't signal intent. Okay, and then when he came in here,
what is wrong with? Oh, that's a mask. I was like,
yeah.
What's wrong with her face? Yeah, it was a weird angle.
Listen. When you came into this parking lot here, you hit that post. Okay.
No, I didn't.
You did hit the post.
No, I didn't.
I was watching you.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No,
so
I didn't.
again, are you?
No, I didn't.
Her voice.
Listen. Are you gonna do the standardized field sobriety?
Look at that. Guys,
look
at that.
3-year-old.
Guys, I think he's gonna tase her. Oh, isn't life grand that we can see this knucklehead get tased? I don't ask for much, guys. I really don't. You know.
Test, yes or no? Are you gonna do the standardized field sobriety test? Okay, we're gonna go right over here. Okay, can I have your phone real quick?
No, sir.
Your jewel? Well,
I can put it up.
well, that's fine. Put it in the car.
Excuse me.
She's out of control.
All right, come on. I need you
Look,
to.
she's vaping.
Don't, well, okay, look, we're done. Don't put your hands behind your back, okay?
Wait, I want
No, put your hands behind your back. I told you. I'm not here on your time. I'm on mine. We're working right now. I'm trying to get everything taken care of. I'm trying to keep the citizens of the city safe, okay?
Okay.
And by you over here doing with your actions, listen, you're going to jail.
What? Wait, can I call my dad?
That was slick. That was slick, right? She didn't even see it coming.
Yep.
Right, guys?
Yep.
You'll get an opportunity to call him once you get to county jail.
Please.
Okay?
No. That's very mean.
I've tried to give you an opportunity, okay?
I didn't take you seriously till now.
Oh, I wasn't serious.
Oh, there it is, guys, right? There it is. Isn't it great? I tell you guys every single time.
Please let me talk to you. I'm so sorry for coming at you wrong. I'm so sorry for being disrespectful. Please just let me talk to you. I'm so sorry for being a dumbass bitch.
When I pull up behind you, my lights are on? No. Okay, so it's all a joke until the handcuffs come out. I see.
I'm going to clip that. I'm going to clip that. Let me do this. Let me put this in greatest hits. Let me see. All fun and games till the cuffs come out. And that is for 12. Okay. Good.
No, it's a joke until wait.
It's a joke.
Until the handcuffs
At least
come
she's
out.
being honest, right? You know?
No, sorry.
So me wearing this uniform and telling you the reason I'm stopping you is a joke?
No.
And that you could have killed some people tonight? That's a joke? Okay. Do you have anything on your person that's gonna hurt me, poke me, stick me? And it'll be additional charge, okay?
Please don't do this to me.
Okay, I tried to give you the opportunity, okay?
I'm sorry, I wasn't serious. I am serious, please.
We're past that point, okay?
going to jail.
So tonight you're under as go ahead.
What's your name? What the fuck is your name?
10-4, thank you, man.
Here she gets
What's
angry.
your name?
All right, look.
What's your
listen,
name?
Listen, I'll tell you my name once we get you back in the
No,
car.
give me the fuck your name. My fucking car is recording. My stepdad is the county
It's
attorney.
okay. I'm recording as well.
Okay, what's your fucking name then?
Go ahead and have a seat in the back of the vehicle.
No, what's your name?
Have a seat in the car.
What's your name?
Get up and get in the car. Stop.
What's your name?
Again, my name is Officer Cobbs, and I'm with the police department. He just told you.
No, he didn't. Officer Cobbs?
Again, Officer Cobbs.
name.
Officer Cobbs with the police department.
Ox?
Cobbs.
Stop. She's biting. She's biting.
Dude, she's biting him. Look at that.
Look, I'm done with this.
Feral.
I don't like this black.
Let's go. Get out, old Sparky. Let's go. Let's go.
Black Lives Matter my ass.
Stop fighting. I'm gonna tase you. Stop fighting. I'm gonna tase you.
This is why, so the black cops can tase you.
Do you understand? So hit me one more time. Listen, hit me one more time, and I'm gonna tase you.
Do it.
Okay.
I have a fucking thing in my car, and they videoing everything.
I'm recording everything as well.
I know who you are.
That's fine. You know who I am.
Yeah, you're a piece
And the N-bomb is coming soon. Watch.
Yep.
of shit cop.
It's okay. That's fine. We'll play that game. Turn back around. Put your hands back on.
No, I don't want
And,
to
of,
touch around.
and of course, she slipped her cuffs.
Yeah, why don't they put them on tighter?
Because they're stupid.
Hands behind your back.
All right. Now she's getting tamed.
Taser, taser, taser.
Oh my god.
The weather outside is frightful. The fire is so delightful. Da 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 da. Merry Christmas, guys.
Let it snow,
Let's
let it
go,
snow.
dude. Never gets old. Right on the inside of her booty cheek, too. Let's go. Hold on. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Look.
Stop. Taser, taser, taser.
Funny at any speed.
Knucklehead.
My fucking leg! Ouch!
Alright.
Oh my God!
That's fine. No, that's fine. We're done playing these games, okay? You didn't kick me, you punched me in the face, okay? And this is for our safety, okay? You kick me one more time. You have one? I got one in my car. Yeah, we're good here. All right, you got it? Yep, we're good. If she moves, listen, just so you know, if you kick me one more time, I will tase you again.
Fuck up, you piece of shit!
If you kick me one more time, I will tase you again. Do you understand?
Dude, just go fucking kill yourself already. Nobody cares about you.
Oh, we're about to get it. She's kicked me about 3 or 4 times. She slipped the cuff and punched me in the face. Okay, so just so you're aware now, you're also being arrested for assault on a public servant. Do you understand? You're under arrest? Listen.
Hurry up, I hurt.
You're under arrest for assault on a public servant and driving while intoxicated.
Ow! Hurry up and get me fucking where you need to get me.
We'll get there soon.
Jesus Christ, he's looking to hurt me.
All right, I got it.
George, the person that died from all these people.
What are you talking about?
Y'all kill black cops.
I am a black officer.
I am black too. I'm half black.
Okay, that's fine.
So
What's that got to do with anything right now?
it has to do with George Floyd.
Juneteenth.
Doesn't it always come down to that, guys? Right?
Yep.
Doesn't it always come down to that?
He died. That's how you guys did. That's how he died. Juneteenth. So this is how this person died. So you're being recorded. Juneteenth. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it funny, guys, that like these white chicks are hands up, don't shoot. What are you talking about?
Yeah, come on.
They spent their entire lives calling the cops on us, on men to get us arrested, and now they're acting like they're a victim to the cops. Please.
Yep.
I can get myself in, sir.
Oh, that's fine.
You stupid piece
Hey,
of
can
shit.
you grab that? Okay.
No, but stop touching me.
Well, no, because you've already assaulted me.
No, I haven't. How? Tell me the way.
Well, when you go to court, you can see it. How about that? Okay.
Sounds good, you piece of shit.
Yep, that's right.
Go die in hell.
I will.
Yeah, 33 traffic.
All right.
She said,
I
man,
thought
she.
about that. I have to get. Let me toss it real quick here. You gonna tow it? Yep, it's gonna get towed.
Good. Tow her car.
All right, is that somebody here? Is that family?
Friends of hers.
Wow.
She just showed up. I stopped her before.
I know. If it's not family, I'm not gonna release it to them. You okay with that? She hit that post. Yeah, she hit the post. She pulled in. That's why she wasn't stopping. She made the. So I was following her here. Oh yeah, she straight like. Yeah, she slipped the cuff and wow, she bit Sergeant. I think he was saying she's the one who bit Sergeant Williams, and she tried to bite him again. You pulled up as I was drop standing her. I'm assuming this is for her.
All these dudes' efforts over some drunk 304. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we have to put one arm mask over that, okay?
They gotta give her the Hannibal Lecter chair.
He's got a baby cop. All right.
Oh, now she's in the hospital. Look at this.
No, she just did the DWI, assault on the public servant, resisted arrest, search and transport. That should be it.
Oh, she's back again. No way.
Yeah.
No way. Have you seen the?
She's a repeat. She's a repeat offender.
Same chick.
Yep.
I need her in. She said no to both, right?
Yeah.
We need to put her in.
Okay, I was about to say I'll put it over there. I gotta read this thing, okay, and I'll get some officers out here. I gotta get an officer down here that can do that for you, okay? It shouldn't take too long. So this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to do this, all right? You gotta see the judge more than likely, okay? These guys are the ones who tell you When
This is Judge.
yeah,
He's not even here till the morning.
I know. Just give me a couple
Look
minutes.
at her face.
She's made that face before.
I know, right? Conrad, what's up, dude?
All right, now get an officer down here, okay? It shouldn't take him too long. Yes, ma'am. It shouldn't take too long to get an officer down here to do the breath sample, okay?
3 years later, a report came in about a car accident, and she was trying to flee from the scene.
You caused that accident.
Okay. We're at the point. Okay. Okay. We're still over here. You can't leave your car. Come on, you can't leave your car. Okay, let's go back over here.
She was doing over 65 down the street.
Okay, we'll take care of it.
Poor dog.
Okay, we'll take care of it. Okay.
I was
Stop. Stop. Okay, come over here and talk to me. Watch your dog. Wait. I know, your dog is about to run off again. Just call her. So we can just close the door so he doesn't run off, okay?
Let's put him in a hot car.
Okay. All right. What happened? Take a breath.
All I know is I started freaking out as soon as Lilo started freaking out. And I wasn't really paying much attention to the road.
Okay.
She just admits it from the jump, right?
Reckless driving.
Okay. How much you want to bet? She says,
You think I'm drunk, but that's not it. I just have mental health issues.
And until like it's okay. It's okay. There wasn't much like attention until Lilo started like panting like that.
Okay.
And then I started freaking out and I didn't mean for it to be like that.
Okay. Where were you coming from?
My house over there.
Okay. Where were you going to?
Stripes.
Stripes. Okay. Have you had anything to drink this morning? Do you have any kind of medical conditions that
give the dog some water, dude. The dog is hot.
What medical conditions do you have? Okay.
I don't know, but it just freaks me out whenever my dog's freaking out like that.
Okay.
It's okay.
You mind looking at me real quick? I'm just making sure, like, did you hit your head or anything? Was
Yeah, I
airbag
did.
to the face?
It was
Most
like
likely.
airbag, and I said this.
Okay, you have your seatbelt on and everything?
Yeah.
Do you have your driver's license? Can I see it?
It's okay, please.
Okay, so you were driving from your house to Stripes, your dog started freaking out, and then what happened?
We've been in a wreck before, and so we both kind of freaked out. We kind of, like,
Turn the car on and turn the
Put
AC,
the AC
on.
on,
Poor
yeah.
dog. Of course, did the side airbags deploy? Look at that.
it just kind of all happened at once.
Okay.
How many wrecks has Chick been in?
I'm sorry.
And did he get out of the car? Is that why you were?
I started freaking out, yeah, because it was like everyone. It just all happened at once, almost like that. I don't really know how to explain it, but like everybody was watching us.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So I have an ambulance en route for somebody else. Do you want them to check you out, make sure you're okay since you hit your head and all that?
Do you think
That's
I'm
up to you.
okay?
That's up to, I don't know.
I'll be okay.
Yeah, you're not okay.
And you haven't had anything to drink. Nothing at all. Do you drink at all? When was the last time?
Look at that.
Look at that face.
Look at the face she made you.
Yeah, like a little kid. I didn't take a
dog.
cookie.
Someone says, I'm impressed. It usually takes people 30 to 40 years to become a total asshole. And she nailed it by 21. Yeah, poor dog. Yeah. She needs to turn the AC on.
She seems like she's 3 seconds behind everything.
Well, the reason why this dog is panting that fast and drooling
Stress.
this much, no, it's overheating.
I feel
what I mean?
bad for the dog.
Yeah.
Had anything to drink? Like 4 in the morning. This morning?
Oh.
What did you have to drink this morning?
Everything.
And how much? Do you know?
Like 1 beer.
1 beer at 4 this morning. Were you drinking all night long? So you just woke up at 4 and you started drinking?
Yeah.
Why?
She woke up at 4 in the morning and started drinking.
Oh, she's a hoola.
Sounds like a blues song.
Okay. Are you still on probation?
She's still on probation from her previous DUI, you dummy.
Okay. Are you still on a monitor or anything like that? Or were you ever?
I was.
When did you get off of that?
2020, 30.
So just this year? Was it beginning of the year? Beginning of the year?
These are the chicks you got to watch out for, because guys, if you were to see this chick, she's not a bad looking woman. She's just an immature dumbass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the type of chick who you will meet when she's on her meds. And she'll sink her claws into you, dude, and all hell breaks loose, you know?
Okay. So if I asked you, would you consent to do a field sobriety testing? Field sobriety.
Look at her face.
What?
Look at her face. A what? A what?
Shameless.
Test. To see if you were intoxicated. You consent to doing that?
Give the dog some water.
With her eyes going back and forth.
Sorry, I'm like, what?
She's cooked. Cooked.
I'm asking you, would you consent to do a field sobriety test?
Yeah,
to determine to see if you were intoxicated? You stand up for me, okay? We're gonna walk to my car. I'm gonna close your door so she doesn't get out, okay?
Oh, come on.
I think it's this. What? Who needed the ambulance? This one?
She said she was complaining of neck pain.
Okay. Yeah.
How many cars were involved?
She was in this car.
You're not hurt?
Okay. We're gonna come over here for me, okay? Right. Sit over here. I know it's kind of loud. So you're gonna keep your hands down by your side, okay?
Just think those are real.
I don't know. They look pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty perky.
Yeah. You know that.
She is young.
You know,
The pair of titties. You want to stand up and beg for buttermilk.
Feel the toe. Count out loud, okay?
7. She's completely lost. Look at that.
You're gonna turn back around and do the same thing.
She's good.
Tell you to stop. Now, her tag. Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna get the phone number for you, and I'm gonna have you call whoever it is. Just come pick up your dog, okay? Because you are gonna be placed under arrest for driving while intoxicated, okay? Okay. So if you'll walk with me, and I'll let you get the. Okay, baby. Your ex? What's his name? Chris. Chris? Okay. Okay, baby. I'm sorry.
Give the dog some
Is there anybody else? I appreciate you being very cooperative with me, okay?
Yeah, she's cooperative.
Animal
this
abuse.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, should be an extra charge for that.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to read this to you, okay? It's your statutory warning, okay?
Miranda.
Like you're short.
I was just yeah.
Okay. I searched. I didn't think you'd know. Come on, this door.
Hi, Corey.
Dude, what the fuck did you do now? Come here. Right over here. Right there. Stop. Perfect. What do you do? You did right. Okay. What's your guy being running for? What's his name? Alright, we're gonna walk over there, okay? You gotta go to the bathroom and all right now? Okay? Yeah, we'll go to the bathroom.
Who's that?
Here, right here. Alright.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat right there. Alright, so this officer tells me that you're willing to provide a breast specimen.
Guys, what do you think she's gonna blow?
She's being very, very
all
polite
the guys
today,
on
though.
the station, right?
So it was kind of nice. I was right for the soccer fields.
So was the car disabled or she just stayed?
It was disabled, but from what every witness said, is she. Mom, can you go inside?
Hold on. Please see this one. Okay, guys, here we go.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. First of all,
shocking video you'll see only on Local 10 tonight. Police responding as a woman.
Hello, nurse. Check her out. Look at that. How you doing? Look at that, man. I don't know who homegirl is on the right, but look at that.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
Let's see. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Here we are.
Goes on a homophobic rant to one of her neighbors.
That video going viral, the community now outraged. Local 10's Andrew Perez is live in Fort Lauderdale with the exclusive. Andrew.
Yeah, it did not
How did
take
he get rain duty, right?
long for police to get involved. It didn't
get a tie, dude.
Take long for this woman's job to find out about what happened. Police were on scene just trying to get her back.
Put me online.
Here's when rage replaces reason.
I'm telling you. How much you gonna bet that this chick had a BLM thing on
Yeah.
her Instagram and had the LDHD
Black
TV
square.
flag? Yeah,
Yep.
and then
Black
and
square.
then the moment that they get mad or they get drunk, all
You're
the
gay.
slurs come out. Yep, that's true.
This went from petty to prejudice just like that.
You disgusting faggots. And you know what? I know what your car is. I know where.
A feud between neighbors left boiling for several months, leading to this. Cops were called.
Officers got some cakes, man. How you doing?
A woman furious, yelling homophobic slurs over parking spots
isn't too
and
bad,
dog
too.
poop.
Is that a threat?
Disgusting you too. You probably have AIDS, you gross
Damn. Talk about crossing her T's and dotting her I's, man. Yikes. Yikes, dude.
I hope you die of AIDS.
What are you talking about? And she's shocked that she got fired? Really? Are you serious? Like what?
I'll hope you die, bitch! I hope you die of AIDS, ho!
To say horrible stuff about how she was gonna fight us, mess us up.
Tyson Baker says this really started about 5 months ago. He claims that family would keep parking on the grass at his building despite living next door. He left a note on one of their cars about it, and also if they could clean up after their dog during walks.
Reasonable, right?
Yeah,
Reasonable. Don't park on their grass because they probably own this townhome. So these are their parking spaces. Don't park on the grass and clean up your dog poop. Right? Simple.
He says a man showed up furious, yelling homophobic slurs, and it's been tense ever since. Till this Sunday, when things quickly escalated.
The father drove by the window and made sure to flip me off again and call me a faggot.
Here's the thing, though. You know, he is what he is.
FIG.
But here's the thing. Yo, you don't say that. You don't yell at him in public when he's got a camera pointed at you.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah.
That's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Guys, look. There's no point in being openly disrespectful to people. Especially if you're the one who's in the wrong. You know? Say what you want about this guy. It's his property. People were encroaching on his property, and he did the right thing. He filmed this knucklehead. He put it online because if this was some broad trying to friggin' falsely accuse Henry, trying to say you're a cisgendered hetero white man and you touched me wrong, film it. He should put it out there. She should get fired. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So guys,
100%.
there's a difference between censorship and then someone being a moron. You know, I don't believe in say whatever you want, but if there can be consequences. You know what I'm saying? So
I said, I'm going to call the cops because I'm tired of you harassing me.
Especially if you're in the wrong. Especially if it's a knucklehead through a 4. That would be like John Carlos and the street, and I just walk up to him calling him all types of freaking slurs against Hispanics, and then my boss sees it. What did I think was gonna happen? You know, so.
And then he got out of his car and he said that he was gonna F me up. As you can see, the reaction of his daughter, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Police arrived when that woman got involved in the mess, and once the video went viral, folks identified Allison Murphy.
Gotcha.
Bye.
And where she works, Valley Forge Fabrics, which also responded. The company saying she's no longer with them and that hate has no place here.
My name's Andrew. I'm with Channel 10. We were hearing about the incident.
The family. Police heard on video saying she was the disturbance, although no arrests were made.
At the end, there you go, guys. There you
Stupid
go.
idiot.
How stupid can a person be? And then shocked that they get fired, you know? Look, there's a difference between having like political views or whatever. But when you're dropping N bombs and F bombs and everything, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, something bad's gonna happen to you. Where's the other one?
Cold, heartless, inhumane. That's how neighbors are describing their homeowners association after their cars.
Homeowners Association rents home it doesn't own. Guys, if you ever have if you're ever bored, put in HOA nightmares.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Guys, these HOAs are just
heartless
off the
Talk
chain,
about
man.
Karens.
Look at this.
And tonight, Salida Talaran
Not wrong.
booted in her own driveway. Maybe hard to believe, but you heard us right.
And here's Lara now to tell us how it all played out.
It was shaping up to be a happy trip to the happiest place on earth. Until
The fourth day of our vacation, we get a bunch of calls and emails from neighbors sending us pictures that my car has been booted in the driveway.
And not just one wheel, but two. A bright orange sticker slapped to the window.
It said why it got booted, at what time, who to call, and how much the fine is, which is $68.
$68.
Not including credit.
It's the price of a saw rental from Home Depot. You know what I'm saying?
Christina Trabata is a recent college grad. She tells me she moved back in with her parents, who've lived in Pembroke Shores' Sterling Place community for nearly 2 decades now.
They only allow you to have visitor registration for up to 14 days every month.
They being the HOA.
Now, guys, think about this.
Weeks before
See, this is why you don't get townhomes and stuff. Condos and townhomes. Because you're basically living in an apartment, you know?
Yep.
Because if you can't buy a single family home, don't buy anything at all. It's not property, you know? And guys,
Especially with an HOA.
have a place with a very, like, guys, my HOA is like $20. They don't care. I mean, as long as you don't have any cars like flipped over in your front yard and your grass isn't 20 inches tall, guys, we have like the loosest HOA there is here. Like, we're like right before rural, or guys, live in a place where there is no HOA.
Yep.
You know?
Never
Tina
lived in
and her
one with an
family
HOA.
took their trip.
Never.
The
never.
HOA sent a message about the crackdown on some new parking rules. Christina tells me her visitor's parking registration
had expired before we left for vacation. That's why I parked in the driveway.
thinking her car would be okay, parked in her own driveway. Apparently not. It took days of emailing, calling the HOA and property management, blasting the incident on social media.
Mind you, we're on vacation and this is all happening. So we're like interrupting our vacation to deal with this.
Her boots were finally removed, but she says it didn't just.
Tonight, an HOA Hall of Shame story. It all started with a man's fight and ended in the Nevada Supreme Court.
Nevada Supreme Court.
Good grief.
Now, the story proves you can fight your homeowners association and win.
Let's
but
go!
At what cost? Good
Yes.
evening, everyone. I'm Todd Quinones.
And I'm Trisha Keene. 13.
This chick's about like 18 years past the wall.
Yeah, maybe
You
20
know,
pounds.
But she's probably one of those cougars that's like a 2 a.m. special when the bar is closing.
She got some big cans.
You know what I mean? She's that type, you know. You says sitting there.
Chief Investigator Darcy Spears exposes the downside of a David and Goliath battle and why the homeowner says he wouldn't have it any other way.
You fought hard for what was right, for truth, justice, and the American way.
Yeah.
No,
Alongside the
It pissed off the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of. This is about the principle. Uh-oh. He's going all in.
American flag and patriotic bunting, a banner unfurls across the roofline of Jonathan Friedrich's home.
Somebody finally has to stand up against these HOAs.
The banner proclaiming the Rancho Bel Air HOA is guilty of fraud proves Friedrich is not one to shy away from a fight.
Good.
Wow.
You're right, you're right. It's that simple.
In addition to the banner, there are a couple of other new residents in Jonathan Friedrich's front yard. These pink birds. The pink flamingo is an iconic anti-HOA symbol. Friedrich's battle to prove he's not part of the guard-gated HOA he lives in has lasted nearly 6 years and cost him more than $300,000.
Whoa.
It's outrageous. This was a simple dispute. Are you or aren't you in the HOA?
From dollars to donuts, his stories got both. Here's how we explained it when we first covered it in 2016. This is a donut hole, but so are Jonathan Friedrich and his home, according to court documents. That makes the HOA the donut, and the hole simply isn't part of it. Within Rancho Bel Air, there's a dividing line, one Friedrich literally painted down the middle of his street at his property line. The community is made up of 2 units, developed at different times, and Friedrich followed a decades-old paper trail to find proof that homeowners like him in Unit 1 were never officially part of the HOA.
The documents proved I was right.
But he didn't know it at first because the developer for Unit 2 sent all homeowners a letter telling them they were part of the HOA.
Figures.
Friedrich paid in good faith until he found out the letter wasn't official.
They lied to me at my closing. My title company screwed me. I paid for them to protect me. They did anything but.
When he stopped paying the $200 monthly assessments,
They sent him a foreclosure notice.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
That's
It
crazy.
figures.
Communist.
It figures. It figures. Dude, that is some BS, man.
They said, if you don't pay our assessments, we're going to foreclose on you. And he said, basically, in a pig's eye.
he took the case to trial and won, but the HOA appealed to the state Supreme Court.
Of course they
They
did.
get a God complex that everybody has to do exactly what they say, no matter what.
We are
On
not
your
one
property.
of the Gestapo associations that you read about.
That was Unit 2 development.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Developer and HOA board member Barry Becker in 2016. When reached over the phone for this story, he said he had nothing new to add on the Supreme Court ruling.
He bought into a guard-protected community, and now he wants someone else to pay for his share of that.
But the Supreme Court agreed with the trial jury that Friedrich did not have to pay and that the HOA committed fraud by negligent misrepresentation when they collected dues from him.
I was right, they were wrong, and they tried to steamroll over me, and it's just not going to happen.
That's
The
what I'm
amount of
talking
money
about.
that you spend,
That's what I'm talking about right there, dude. Right? First of all, let's give Homeboy a round of applause, right?
Yep.
And guys, also, he's going to get...
City boy! City boy!
And then also, guys, how much you want to bet? This guy is like 140 years old. Right? This has been the only thing keeping him going. This has been the only thing keeping him like living. This is his purpose. I guarantee this is like what gets him up in the morning is to finally tell these sons of bitches to kiss his ass. You know what I'm saying? And I hope they bury me face down so they can kiss my ass. You know?
I imagine would far exceed any HOA dues that you
It's
would.
the principle. Look at these women. It's the principle. I'm not wrong. I am right. I'm not gonna. They tried to flim me. They bamboozled me. They were dishonest. The good guys need to win. He has principles. See, and this is why women never accomplished anything. General. This guy, I guarantee, he was willing to die for this cause. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it might sound trivial to some people, women, but guys, he said no. What do you say? This is not about the marmot, dude. This is about drawing a line in the sand.
Would have had to pay all along, yes?
Way beyond it. But if you know somebody is stealing from you.
Yes.
That's how he
Facts.
saw it.
See?
Cash rules everything around me.
Yeah, that's true.
And he couldn't let it happen,
Couldn't let it
no
happen.
matter the cost.
The costs are still rising as Friedrich is still fighting to get the HOA to pay him an original jury award of $15,000 plus more than $320,000 in attorney's fees and costs.
Good.
The money matter is set to be heard in court at the end of this month.
And they're gonna have to be. This is 5 years. Yo, guys, I mean, I was gonna shut the stream down, but you know what? I want to see if we can figure out what happened. What's this guy's name?
And I'm Trisha Keene, 13 chief investigator of the David.
You fought hard.
The roof line of Jonathan Flagg furls across the flag and across the roof line of Jonathan Friedrich's home.
Jonathan Friedrich. Jonathan. Friedrich. HOA.
I was given a set of CC&Rs when I purchased the house. I accepted it, only to find out 10 years later that my home wasn't in an HOA and that Unit 1 never had any CC&Rs. So I stopped paying assessments. About a year and a half later, I get a love letter from the association telling me that I owe them almost $5,000. If I don't pay, they will foreclose. That was the start of the big fight. I filed lawsuit against them, and it dragged on and on through the courts. Was able to get summary judgment against them.
Good Lord.
And then I wanted my money back. And the judge said, well, you're going to have a jury trial. We had 5 days of testimony, and a half a day the jury deliberated, and they came back with a verdict in my favor.
Let's go! Woo-hoo! Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. See, be this guy. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for yourself. Don't let yourself get screwed over by these crooks, man. You know what I mean? And even if he would have lost, at least he would have fought the good fight. That's what I'm talking about, man. This made my week right here. Crooks, these people.
Once they lost, they were more. The association was even more unhappy with me. So now we're going to take Mr. Friedrich to the Supreme Court. November 22nd of 2019, which is about 2 weeks ago, the jury, well, I shouldn't say the jury, the Supreme Court in a 5-2 decision said I was right, they were wrong.
Where's the money?
Now it's time for me to get paid. And that's going to be the next fight.
Okay. Damn. I thought that was the end of it. What's his name? Jonathan Friedrich. Okay. I spelled it right, I think.
Yep.
How about that? Hey guys, look at this comment here. Look.
Tonight in HOA.
Someone says, one of the HOA members in my old neighborhood, he was a retired judge, made everyone's life a living hell until a small group of teens painted up his car and home multiple times. He moved. God bless those kids.
Those conniving kids.
Settlement. Let's go. Come on, is it big win?
Well, here's another HOA story. It is not. A jury found Rancho Bel Air collected monthly assessment, but it will help offset some of the legal bills. But at least he won.
A $20 million verdict over swing set negligence. Yikes, man.
Wow.
You know what? Let's just Google it. Did you ever... Judge orders... I guess he got his money back.
Nice.
Hold on, here we go. They violated state, federal, municipal laws. I called them out on it. They tried to take my home. Documents proved I was right. Pay him $10,000. He wanted more. Hold on. Someone had said he got... what is this? 6-year battle. They had to pay him $188,000 in legal fees.
Nice.
Maybe it was $300,000, and then they settled, and the lawyer said, "Hey, look, we'll take $188,000." It's not government HOA. Oh yeah, and a jury ruled in favor of negligent misrepresentation and awarded him 70% of his fees. They appealed, then upheld the jury's. Incredibly, Friedrich said he spent even more money to ward off the HOA he wasn't wise to play. And last December, the homeowner has said that he spent $273,000 fighting court. He's happy to recover about 2/3 of his out-of-pocket costs. So he had $181,000. There you go, guys. The good guy won.
Great.
People, rat bastards, all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is this is your property, and some Karen and some friggin' doofball are gonna tell you what to do. Please.
Yeah.
I wish a mother would, man.
AK.
Yeah.
One last question: is that rough town near Detroit, Highland Park?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where exactly she's from. My coworker's from, but I just know that I don't want to go there, guys. I'm not trying to go to Atlanta or Detroit or anywhere else where the majority of people look just like me. I don't think so.
Not even for a Pistons game.
No.
No.
I'll catch them on the road. No thanks. But all right, you guys. I'll shut this bad boys down, guys. I'm dropping a video in a second. The single moms who live like animals, man.
Oh man, I saw that earlier.
Disgusting. So, but all right, you guys, I appreciate it.
Yep.
John Carlos,
Good job,
Henry,
AJ.
thanks, guys.
Yeah. Goodbye,
Appreciate you.
brothers.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Peace.